The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Stutter! Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this NFL Week 7 kickoff Thursday, October 17th, 2024. This program starts now. Football is wonderful. We are so lucky to talk about it every single day. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to be a part of your life. We just got the numbers from Tuesday's episode, and that was the one we talked to Aaron Rodgers, and Devontae Adams did the old head poking, and the research that Mike Foss, Senior Vice President at ESPN, has done across all platforms, which is obviously including linear ESPN, ESPN Plus, YouTube, X, TikTok, and everywhere, Instagram, you name it. 50 million views on Tuesday's episode, which will make it largest episode/day ever of this program. And it's a nice little reminder that we are living the dumbest life of all time, and thank you all so much for allowing us to do it. We'll continue to cover the sports world and try to be a distraction from everything that's so serious in life until you, stop having us pretty much. Yep. You're the greatest. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Tone is here. And a man who has coached 36 years in the NFL as our lights are having a light show on this spooky October 17th. It is a feel-good time in the Thunderdome. A coach who has coached football for 36 years, 18 in college, 18 in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Pagano is here. Coach, you look amazing. The lighting actually makes you look, a little bit more.
Even more panache.
Are these new?
No, this is an old problem, actually.
Funny you should say
that we thought we had figured out. We sent in an expert last week, actually, about the entire thing, but that's how it goes. Technology is going to technology. We will continue to battle through adversity that we put upon ourselves. With that being said, you helped teach me that. You helped coach me that. There's a lot of things happening around the NFL that we're very thankful you're here to give your perspective on. And just right off the jump, I think it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a brand new segment because Chuck Pagano's here. It's called Coach Pagano's Hot Seat. Yeah, it's sizzling too. This is piping hot. Now, it's not him on the hot seat. We're not going to fire Chuck Pagano, even though he's sitting on a chair that is on fire right there. And this graphic is El Flame. Shout out to D-Bone on the graphic. These are just kind of hot seat questions, that have been lingering around the NFL for the past 4 days. I want to get your take on it. First things first, Devontae Adams traded to the New York Jets. Does this mean the Jets are going to be a Super Bowl contending team immediately? With that being said, it's a hot seat, so let's make sure this shit's quick.
Yeah. Can he play left tackle?
Oh, whoa.
They got Morgan.
I think they're 32nd in field goal percentage. Unless he can kick field goals, Zerline's struggling like hell, and they can't stop the run. So I love him. I think he's a phenomenal player. Obviously, the chemistry between him and Aaron is phenomenal going way back. He'll help that receiver room, but yeah, I mean, if they can't protect this quarterback, what does it matter how many weapons you have?
Can a quarterback, though, and an offense coordinator, Downing now calling the plays, can they script around that type of stuff, or inevitably they're going to have to face
You got to help him. You got to help the guy. You better put a tight end over there. You better put a back over there. You better start chipping to that side. Because if you don't, then you can move, and we're not going to move Aaron like you used to move him, coming off the Achilles, so time will tell.
Okay, so Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton, very comfortable with each other. Very much. Literally from the jump. First year, these two are a great duo, a great tag team. If there was never a time where T.Y. was going to leave Andrew Luck, right, in the team, and getting Devontae in for Aaron, that's good for all parties in the building probably, right?
No question.
Is that how everybody views it? All coaches, everything?
Yes.
Okay, there
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, next topic, go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Coach, how do we feel about your fellow Paisan Nick Sirianni kind of going at the front row of the crowd, basically all of Philadelphia, after they were booing him, screaming, fire Nick at halftime?
Hey, there's a lot of times where people were chanting and shooting a lot of crap at me, during the deal, but you just got to hold your water. You can't do that. I mean, we saw them at Kansas City on the road, walk out of there with a win and chew out that crowd and do whatever. But at home with your own fans, I mean, you got to have something to do. Right, you got to have something going on.
I know one guy should not have 5 to 10 seconds.
He should not have, even though the game's in the bag and maybe they're kneeling and it's over and they beat the Browns by 4.
Well, it was a good game. And that Browns team's close.
And they got a good defense and all that, but just hold your water, Nick. I mean, you don't have to do that shit.
Oh, let's stay on the coach's hot seat. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Coach, a lot of people talking about Devontae Adams, but we had GM of the Buffalo Bills, Brandon Beane, on the show yesterday after trading for Amari Cooper and asked him about, potential moves they might make. This is what he had to say.
We were still all in. If this didn't happen, if Cleveland was not ready to do it, we were going to continue to monitor and listen. We still got a few weeks for the deadline. If we feel there's something else that we need or can help us get over the top, we have been all in all along.
So with that in mind, what move could you see the Bills potentially making next?
So obviously their receiver room is now bolstered, right? Add Cooper with Coleman, Khalil Shakir, who's a great one out of Boise State. You can never have enough pass rushers.
Shout out Boise.
Shout out Boise State.
Shout out Boise. Jetty's still a dog.
Jetty, 217 yards against Hawaii.
Is that good, you tell me?
He's amazing. Heisman. Let's go. No, you can never have enough pass rushers. You can never have enough cover guys. The defense has done more with less. They've lost so many pieces on that side. Milano at linebacker. But those guys, Rapp, the way he played last week, who's DeMar, those guys are doing a great job back there. So the roster looks pretty good. They're healthy right now. So if you can get and pass rushers and corners, they just don't fall off trees. They're just not hanging around out there. But if there's a guy and they can help you, they're another weapon, maybe for Josh Allen in this offense. James Cook, I know he missed last week. He's going to be back in there, but maybe a running back. I don't know.
Ray Davis.
He looked good.
That guy's a bowling ball.
Butcher Knives, absolutely. Out of Kentucky. He is phenomenal. Had a great Monday night. And I think he was 3, actually. I don't even know if he was number 2 running back. Who's the other guy that they had running?
Ty Johnson.
He was also getting a rock a little bit. I mean, feels like at a lot of positions they are stacked, and the offensive line's protecting Josh. And if not, Josh can move and make plays. If they do load up on the defensive side, I mean, maybe.
Pass rusher, they could get the other Josh Allen, now Josh Hines Allen from Jacksonville. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, because maybe it's a yard sale down there.
Yeah.
Could be. Depending upon what happens after this particular. Well, we'll see what the Patriots do against the Jags on Sunday. We'll talk about that later. Stay on the Coach Pagano hot seat. Last question here for you from Diggs.
Yeah, Coach. Obviously, the Cowboys lose Dan Quinn to Washington, and they bring in defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer, and now they are ranked 30th in opponents' points per game and 28th in stopping the run. They're on a bye. Is there anything Mike Zim could do down there, and what's going on?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
whoa, it's a hot seat.
Yeah, wake up.
Yeah, him, yada, yada,
You're about to be
yada.
on the hot seat.
Anytime you make a change and there's a new voice, we know it takes time. And it doesn't help that Parsons is out, DeMarcus Lawrence is out. He's had some guys. Deron Bland's been missing. Supposedly they're going to get those guys back, hopefully sooner than later. But, you can make calls as a defense coordinator, and we can point the finger all we want at Zim, but at some point it falls on these players. And if they're supposed to be in the A-gap, be in the A-gap. And if you're supposed to hold the point and you're getting double-teamed and you're getting pushed back 5, 6, 7 yards into the lap of the linebackers, into the lap of the secondary guys.
Let's maybe be a little bit more firm here.
What's that? Yeah.
It's a grit.
Yeah, Mozzie. I mean, you got some dudes that need to show up. And then we got 2 guys in the C-gap. You guys showed this run right here. Run that back.
Let me see that from the
What's
top.
up from the end zone?
I don't know if we have that angle, Coach.
Don't have that.
So you got a run away. The backside, you got two guys in the C gap.
Is this a hot seat?
You got 2 guys in the C gap. Okay, if you got 2 guys in the C gap and nobody in the B gap, okay, you get gutted for an 16, 17, 18-yard tud. Okay. So it doesn't matter. So if you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be, do your damn job. A touchdown pass over the top. Trayvon's a hell of a corner, right? But he's taking a shot at the point, man. He misses. He ends up tailpiping the guy on the ass end of the guy, and he gives up a touchdown pass. So these guys got to do their job. It takes time. Zim's been around for a long time. Zim's called a lot of damn defense and really good defense. So they'll figure it out.
Yeah, but are they not listening down there?
Yeah.
They don't like
Too
the way
old?
he's talking.
Is he too old man?
Whoa. Hot seat. It's a hot seat.
Yeah. Something you
Got to be able to connect. I'll be honest with you. You got to be able to make a
68,
connection.
huh?
This is a different generation, different type of athlete now.
He's 68 years old.
Yeah.
68?
How old's Fangio?
Vic's up there.
92.
Jeez.
I mean, but no, seriously, like the elder
75.
statesman. I mean, we
66.
love Lou Anarumo, but like even Lou in Cincinnati, their defense hasn't been great either.
What's going on over there, you think? Is the same situation? Because Lou does connect, though. I think the
Yeah,
boys
he
love
does.
Lou.
Yeah, they love Lou Anarumo.
Where, in Cincy?
Yeah,
Did you watch the last game?
of course.
They look pretty damn good, right?
It
Yeah,
looks
exactly.
like they're
The
back.
story
Giants
the rest of
fans,
the
Giants-
world
You
beaters.
can't lose. They've lost some pieces, too. Those two back end guys, safeties, they've lost.
All right, well, let's pivot. Last question here for the hot seat. Tonight, Broncos, Saints.
Banger.
You jacked up or what?
I mean,
Banger.
Coach's hot seat, Broncos, Saints. Sean Payton going back
The chant?
to the Superdome, brother. I mean, we'll get into the chant in
Okay.
a
Okay.
matter of moments.
Okay.
That deserves its own.
Okay.
Please.
It's a hand up. Hand up.
You were so
Tell me.
excited. I understand.
I am so excited.
Some
That's
good
where we're
storyline.
going.
And I'll tell you what, Saints fans, you better. We got something to accomplish at halftime that I think is going to be very difficult. And Drew Brees has earned and deserves it. So we will certainly dive into that. But this particular game, and Sean Payton going back, is that going to be a factor? How much do you think that weighs in on Sean Payton's mind?
Yeah, until the ball gets kicked off, before the pleasantries, the shaking the hands, the high fives, saying hello to everybody. But then once the ball's kicked off, shoot, you got a job to do. Saints limp into this one. They've lost their last 4. Denver's 3-1 in their last 4. They're both starting rookie quarterbacks. A lot of great storylines. When I say limped in, ton of injuries for the Saints right now.
Yeah, we have a graphic actually. We went through their depth chart, and everybody that was basically injured for one team, we put onto this, and then for the other team as well. And it's like that's a lot of folks out at a lot of different
And
positions.
look at the wideouts.
Yeah.
For the Saints.
Top
and the
two.
one who's the most explosive player on the field tonight?
Yeah.
Supposed to be. That won't be. Shaheed. Punt return special. Think about Pat. Special teams and as a receiver going over the top, taking the top off of this defense.
Yeah, Kamara's still playing. I mean, there's still a question about that, but the Taysom Hill one as well. That's a big deal. Nobody
Huge.
really talks
To
about.
try to prepare for this team back in the day when he was out there, is it one quarterback? Is it 2 quarterbacks? Is Carr lining up outside, or now Spencer Rattler and Sevens underneath? The quarterback design runs, put him in the slot. All right, blocking. The guys, I mean, it's hard to deal with.
And the Broncos are now favored by 3 on the road. Tony, wasn't like that all week, right?
No, Monday the Broncos were +1. When I first looked at it, Monday, they were +1. So, yeah, there's been quite a bit of movement there.
So it had to be the injury report that came out, and they're like, wow, nobody's playing on a short week. Because you could steal this. Now, granted, it is a mini bye week after the Thursday night game, but also trying to get somebody back in 4 days, it's easily excusable, I think, within the building to be like, we're not going to rush them back out there on a Thursday, and you take like 2 weeks, basically, for recovery. So Thursday night, any injury normally going to be...
Especially like Olave with a concussion, you got 0 chance in 2024.
of
0.
Well, Tua maybe.
Yeah.
No, last year. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2
No,
years ago.
2025. He'll be back 2025, but not 2024.
We don't know that. Do you know that about Tua?
You didn't hear?
2024, he'll be back.
Doc Pagano now, huh?
Whoa.
Hot stethoscope.
Let's put a stethoscope on that seat there. You think Tua comes back this season?
Yeah, he's going to come back.
Okay, all right, because you just
said the opposite.
2025.
So
Yeah,
what's
I
real,
don't
what
have
isn't
any
real?
confirmation. I don't have any sore.
Well, you got to say source because you do have a sore.
got no
probably. You still
sore?
riding the Peloton. I think in between the cheeks that gets going a little sore. Source is whenever you only know one thing. one
Okay,
person.
source.
Sizz. Because everybody always says sources, but we're a source.
Single source.
And that source normally,
Close to the situation.
Horse's mouth.
yeah. Whenever we say source,
Sizz.
normally you can just substitute the person that we're talking about.
Correct.
But we're doing journalistic standards around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't screw around.
You don't have any source Sizz in the Tua brain department. You're just saying, in your eyes, potentially what happened.
No, I'm just listening to McDaniel and the rest of the people talk. It's been, almost 4 weeks now? They put him on IR, so he's due to come back to practice. They'll get him back out there, and I'm sure the kid wants to get out there.
I assume he does too. I don't know if he wants to play in the Loud House, though. He's probably pretty happy he can't play this
Right.
weekend.
Can't even come just because of the noise.
Yeah, that's a good question. Are they going to have little? Are you going to have a little ear?
Yeah,
ear?
they should. Buzz.
That's a good question.
Let's go back to one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino. Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts in the Loud House. Dallas Clark's going into the Ring of Honor. It's going to be a rumpus atmosphere.
Yeah.
Are they going to let Tua's ears handle that, you think, this weekend or no?
I think so. Huntley actually grew up playing on that husk, if you didn't know, so it's actually advantage for us.
Now we play.
Wow.
That coconut husk.
He grew up playing on it, so he might be in trouble. We're getting healthy too right now. I don't know what's going on with Jonathan Taylor, what's happening there.
Well, you know what's happening.
I don't know. We're saucing and tossing. We're playing football.
Tossing for you.
At Dairy Queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tossing at you. I think is what they were doing just yesterday for a nice little media spot, little charity thing.
Loved it.
With Dairy Queen.
What was that?
Chuck.
What was that about?
What was that, Chuck?
I'm all for it, but we got some tape to watch, right? Some treatment.
Okay, so you're being one of those guys.
These guys
shouldn't be tossing chicken tendies around at a Dairy Queen for the good of society.
I think it's great. If your other stuff's taken care of, yeah.
AR's playing this weekend. Excited to watch him get back in there. Looks confident. Whenever he was doing literally the saucing and tossing thing at Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson looks very confident. New hair, seemingly, potentially. I don't want to. Cool. I don't know what. Yeah, looks good. And then JT was doing a lot of movement.
He was.
He wasn't. He was doing a little.
His legs look good.
Huh?
Looked healthy.
He was saucing those tendies.
He was.
It was.
And he was moving. And he even did a one-handed snag of a chicken tendy after Anthony Richardson threw it over his shoulder like this.
To try that.
Boom, pow, bang. It's like the boys are back.
Yeah, having fun.
And we got the Miami Dolphins coming to town. Dallas Clark going in the Ring of Honor. Going to be a big weekend. Let's get back to tonight's game, though, because there's a chance to do something awesome. Drew Brees put this video out onto the internet for fans and what they should be expecting at halftime tonight in the Superdome, brother.
Drew Brees here.
Hey.
We have been able to experience some incredible things together in the Superdome over the last 18 years. But Thursday, game day against the Broncos at halftime, we're going to do something that's never been done before.
Okay.
We are going to break out a chant that I know all of you know, but we are going to do it as one in the dome together.
All right.
It's going to go like this.
All right.
I'm going to grab that microphone.
Grab it.
I'm going to look around, and I'm just going to say one.
Okay.
You say two.
Two.
Win. For you.
For you.
3, 4.
Four.
Win. Some more. 5, 6. Win.
For kicks.
7, 8. Win.
It's
great.
9, 10. Win. Again. Win. Again. Win. Again. Win. Again.
Win again. Win again.
Win.
I got a bad feeling about this.
What?
That's a lot of words.
Does everyone know that? Does he know that?
90% of the stadium's going to jump in with win again like I had.
As somebody who attempts to do chants literally every single weekend, there's a couple of them. In colleges, those chants and traditions get passed down from people's fathers and mothers and their fathers' and their mothers'.
Yep.
And those songs and chants are literally given to them at birth, So I'm the one that's trying to catch up to the entire. The masses know I'm the one trying to catch up, right? That's like, what's that coming down the track? Well, that's an interesting thing because the older generation says what, younger generation says who.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an entire thing in of itself. But for this one, the entire crowd is trying to catch up to Drew Brees here, right? Because this is Drew Brees' chant. Remember, he was in the huddle before games. 1, 2 for you, 3, 4, more, 5, 6, win, 6, 7, 8, win is great, 9, 10, win again, win again. It's awesome, but that's a lot.
Yeah,
you're asking that is a lot quickly. But if anybody can figure it out, you know who it is? Who dat?
Yeah, it's
Who dat can figure that out?
Easy.
And I'm excited because if they do pull that off, I think that'll be epic.
Yeah, well.
Now with the echoes,
It's going to be cacophonous in there.
Yeah.
and everything, I'm excited to see how it turns out. This is me just projecting myself into a situation which is seemingly happening on a regular basis. I hate it too. But nonetheless, I think he should say, 1, 2, win, and then crowd go, for you. 3, 4, win, some more. 5, 6, win, for kicks. 7, 8, win, it's great. 9, 10, win, again, win, again, win, again, win, again. Because if you're going, it's going to be hard to.
Can't be an interactive thing.
It's hard to do one of these. You
Yeah.
know, it's hard to do one of these with, especially with the echo that's going to be in there.
Yeah.
So there has to be I think a clearly defined. I'm done. Your turn now. And Drew Brees will figure that out.
Yeah,
Is this a half? Is this a half?
Halftime, yeah. He's going to grab that mic. He's going to look around. He's going to go,
Hope it's a close
shit, you know how many
game.
touchdowns I threw in this place?
So many.
So many touchdowns in this place.
Yards.
Oh, my God. And that place is a buzzsaw when it gets rolling.
Do you think everybody saw his message?
Well,
They probably
That's
play
gonna
it
be
on the
there?
Jumbotron pregame. Like, hey, this is coming. So you better get ready. And then they should just do it the way you just said and then put the words up there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like so the win for you, like if they have the for you waiting, and then when it's their turn, they like light it up for you.
Now, to be clear, I would like to let Drew Brees know that is sick.
Yeah.
When he used to do that in the huddles beforehand, nasty. And it felt like everybody bought into it. It wasn't,
Yeah,
It wasn't those situations, which obviously has been acknowledged by said dub eater.
Also
and
happened there.
Has moved forward, exactly. But it's like that is a awesome chant. It should be a great night for Drew Brees. But boy, they're looking for him to maybe play.
Yeah.
And that is kind of the story of the Saints. Post Drew Brees, what are you going to be? Derek Carr was the guy. Now Spencer Rattler is playing. Last week didn't look bad.
Not bad.
Not at
First
all.
half.
Yeah, it was a close
A
one.
lot of promising things. 2 picks in the second half, but he was good.
What does that mean? Does that mean Bowles gets at halftime, figures out what the hell this guy's doing? Is that what happened?
Because you don't have a book on a guy, so yes and no. He just made some rookie mistakes. They're going to bootleg him. Did you see how many bootlegs they ran with him?
How many?
12.
Jeez.
You knew exactly.
Yeah.
That's why he's 5-1.
Only one went to the defensive right. They all go to his right to the defensive left.
Hey, that's why
look for Denver to bring some pressure from the left side, the defensive left.
Yeah, Vance has a book now a little bit, right? Is that
Got a little bit of a book.
Okay, so that in every game, that's why these rookies can have a moment where they're great and then maybe kind of have a slump because defensive coordinators are starting to realize what they want to do, what they're trying to do with them, and that's called the book, right? That is what everybody refers to.
Got a book. And then you got a guy like Flacco, and then they're like scared to death last week. Oh, shit, is he going to play? Guy that's veteran, that's got a ton of experience. Don't want to see those guys either.
How about AR?
What about him?
Let's get your take on the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, there's a whistle happening.
Yep.
Oh, my
Yep.
God.
I don't know where it is. It feels like I got that thing.
I don't
Tinnitus, yeah.
I don't have them with me.
Really?
Don't be looking at me.
Actually,
you looked at me earlier. You got looked
I
at
screamed at him earlier.
Because
well,
it
after he
is-
took him out, like, oh, man, make sure your earbuds are over here.
Okay, I assume it's just in here, not going out. I would assume that's
Yeah.
the case.
Bro.
But boy, it is certainly something. From
not-
the lights to this thing, I mean, it's a whole
I took
song.
the headphones off and you can still hear it, so it's not
Okay,
not
got it.
audio.
Okay,
I don't
yes.
hear anything.
Well, of course.
No shit.
Yeah, we know that.
I think it might be probably from the
We,
lights.
we absolutely know that. Okay, before we're joined by Michael Lombardi, let's talk about some other stuff that's happening around the NFL. Harbaugh's talked to his cardiologist, and I'll tell you what, Jim Harbaugh is a guy that we love. Jim Harbaugh is a guy that's great for football. Jim Harbaugh is a guy that is maybe the best soundbite in football right now at the moment, anytime he gets a chance. He obviously had a little arrhythmia on the sideline this past Sunday. His heart rate got up to like 250 to 300 beats per minute, allegedly. Second time it's happened during a football game. The last time was Monday Night Football whenever he was with the Niners. He went into the tent, left the building, went back. He got an IV. His heart calmed down. They sent him back to the sideline. He finished the game.
That's right.
That's Jim Harbaugh football. Even though he almost had a heart attack, I believe is what that would be close to. He came out and spoke about it. This guy's an absolute weapon.
Yeah, good news. Just talked to the cardiologist before I came in here. Got some test results back. The heart of an athlete is a direct quote from my cardiologist. So that made me feel good. And he said stress test was really good too. I think he used the word incredible. I think he did. That my stamina was incredible, and heart got stronger as it was more stressed. So, and back in rhythm. Hopefully that that sticks. We'll got the monitor on. So, good news. I took that as a compliment. Blue Twisted Steel.
This guy's awesome.
The best.
Absolutely awesome. Harbaugh, we're happy to hear you're okay. We appreciate the hell out of you. And shout out to that cardiologist saying incredible.
Yeah.
I think I heard him say.
Yeah.
I love that Harbaugh hears something and then in his head he goes, he said it was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what happened was obviously something we haven't seen a lot of times. Incredible, okay. Did not expect the amount of strength your heart had. Unbelievable. Okay.
Strong.
So,
Good.
strong.
Yeah.
And then normally only athletes would be able to handle heart of an athlete. Okay. All right, sweet. And then he goes, I'm going to go tell him. Okay,
Yep.
I am medically cleared to say this. We love you, Harbaugh. We're happy you're back. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen. You need to get one of these. Hey,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Big time.
these Ram trucks are a real deal.
So sweet.
So nice.
I got a 2500 heavy-duty Rebel Ram.
Yeah, straight out there.
I'll tell you, when that thing pulls up, everybody goes, holy shit, look at it.
Yeah. Talk about heart of an athlete.
That's what they... You hear that thing roar?
Yeah.
You know what it sounds like?
What's that?
Ram. I think that's why they call it Ram truck.
Yeah, must be.
Because whenever you hit that diesel engine, 2500 heavy duty can tow whatever you need.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You and you let go, and it's like, and it's like, oh, kind of quiet actually. Doesn't want to be interrupted.
No.
You know, I don't need to be yelling all the time.
No.
Whenever I got to do what I got to do, obviously you're going to hear about me. And then as soon as that light turns green, it's awesome. That thing's got so many different gimmicks and gadgets. I can Bluetooth it like this. As soon as I sit down, my phone's already Bluetooth and connected. All the options, but not too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of these spaceships that are coming out with these cars, I can't do it.
Too
many buttons. How am I supposed to change my shit? I'm driving. Oh, I'm going to deal with it later. No, I'm not. I'm not taking a fucking lesson on how to work this car.
No.
Okay? Why don't you make it easier for me? Ram says, we got you.
Yep.
High quality tech. Very high, easy to use.
What?
Old school shit too. Like we got hand controls of like some of the dimming lights and everything like that, as opposed to having to go into the fucking computer and into the Excel spreadsheet and do it all. It's sick.
Yeah.
This is my first Ram truck. Okay, it's my first time.
Won't be your last.
No.
Yep.
I think that's all I'm going to be sitting this ass in. 2500 heavy duty. Holy shit.
Come on.
God.
I never drive like on a back road and think to myself, any motherfuckers on the side?
Huh.
I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
I can actually steer the goddamn hit.
You want to go mudding with that thing? You want to drive up a mountain? Go ahead.
There's some sand dunes around town.
Yeah.
I think you go, woo, 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 woo.
Heated seats. It's getting cold.
Oh yeah, we got heated. We got all the luxury you need.
Steering
bub.
wheel.
Okay, excuse me, all the power you need. More so.
Obviously.
The luxury you want. Okay, and the capability you deserve.
Hell yeah.
That's Ram trucks.
That's what it's all about.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's he's almost got as much talent as a Rebel Ram truck. That 1500 heavy duty too is still available.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
That thing's still got to go ram.
Glorious.
Yes, it does.
Whatever you.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? Joining us now is a multiple-time Super Bowl champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an author, a live show host, a podcast host, a TED talker, a grandpa, a dad, and a guy who knows more football shit than any of us outside of Chuck Pagano. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lombardo.
Yeah, Lombo.
Lombo,
how we doing?
You guys down there on the Jersey Shore, you guys don't get to hear enough. Right? I don't think you guys ever get to hear that.
My son's got a Ram truck. He loves it. I mean, I get to drive it when he comes down here in the summertime. It's good, you know. It's good, man. We got the kids in it. It's awesome.
If anybody gets
take them all out for ice cream.
Oh yeah, right. I don't know what the laws are in New Jersey.
They let you do anything.
Yeah. I don't think that.
If you're Italian,
yep,
they let you do anything.
All right, okay, I got it. That's.
Yeah, exactly. Bingo.
Yeah.
Still bringing it.
You load them up in the back. Load them up in the back. Yeah, we got it.
To you. I've lived in multiple states now where it's completely legal just to be in the back. You know, I guess not every single state is like that, but the Ram truck is wonderful. Let's get to some NFL storylines. A big one that's obviously in your world. The Raiders have added a new owner to their team.
Yeah.
And I want some information from you because I don't know. Al Davis died in 2011, I believe is what our research said. Tom Brady was obviously already Tom Brady at that point. Do you know if Tom Brady and Al Davis ever met each other? Tom Brady now newest owner of the Las Vegas Raiders alongside Mark Davis, and I assume many others have a percentage. How do Al Davis and Tom get along, and did you know if they met?
Well, I think it was probably just in passing on the field before we played them. I know we opened up, it's from the Tuck game. That was Brady's signature start of his career, and now he enters the building here in Las Vegas. I mean, I think they probably had a passing relationship, but Al had great respect for him, obviously, because he was so good and was able to make plays and win championships, which was Al was all about. I think this is a fabulous move for the Raiders. I hope that Mark Davis is willing to his circle of competence, which is a key thing whenever you're a decision maker in any industry. In any sport, is who are you listening to? And I think in the past, Mark has listened to a lot of different people, some of them ex-players, some of them ex-executives, whatever it is. But by hiring Tom, I think he can condense his circle of competence and listen to one person, a guy that's won 7 Super Bowls, that's seen it done the right way, that understands what it takes to be a champion, that understands that the players have to go to a certain level to reach the level that the organization wants them to go. And I think ultimately he can deliver on that. And I'm sure he'll be ultimately involved intimately involved in the next quarterback that they select, because based on this season, they're going to have a pick high enough to get a quarterback.
Okay, so you said a lot of things there. Obviously, all great stuff that I would not know between Tom and potentially Al Davis's relationship. Obviously, you working alongside Al Davis and having a long history with the Raiders, even though Raiders fans don't necessarily love that on the internet as of late. But what you said there was, I think, pretty important. You said that Mark Davis is going to rely on Tom Brady to provide information and decision making. He's going to be that hands-on. How many minority owners in the NFL are like day-to-day hands-on making decisions? And is that why, if he is going to be hands-on making decisions, is that why all the rules by the other owners that we just put up about him broadcasting games are in place? Like, hey, if he's going to be making actual decisions and having input and saying a lot of stuff, we don't want him walking around our practice. We don't want him talking to our GMs. We don't want him talking to our players. Is that why those rules are in place? Or how do you think it kind of got to this point?
Well, most of the owners have minority interest, and the Raiders have other minority partners, but most of them live out of town. They're basically from the tech industry or from the financial world, where their hedge funds, they don't know anything about football. So they can come to a practice and not learn anything. Whereas you put Brady on a practice field, he's going to be able to know a lot. And so it becomes a little bit of a different. His expertise is really vital, and the Raiders would need to utilize this expertise. If you're Tom Telesco and Tom Brady just walks in the building, you're going to have to go over to Tom and say, hey, we need your help on evaluating players, what you see in receivers, what you see in quarterbacks, all those things. And I think these rules are set up because of his knowledge, not because he's just a minority owner. If he was just a minority owner and didn't have anything in football, it's easy. But he's not that. He understands the game completely from off the field to on the field, which is critical. And I think that's going to help the Raiders. What I was trying to get to more than anything is what happens to most organizations it isn't that the decision maker, Mark Davis in this case, doesn't get information. He listens to the wrong information. He has a lot of people coming at him from different directions and influence. Al Davis wasn't that way. Al Davis listened to a lot of people, but he narrowed his circle of competence down to very few. He might ask your opinion, but he's not necessarily going to follow it. So I think what Mark Davis has to do is really restrict all these people that he talks to, ex-players and some of the players on the team, and focus on how can he build a championship organization, because that's what he hasn't been able to do as his ownership. And his father struggled to do that late in his life as well.
If Tom Brady is able to apply and be an actual force as an owner for the Raiders, and obviously we've seen this plenty of times in the NFL, it is actually kind of the NFL's pipeline to becoming a full owner. It's like you got to see what you do at another place. Like Tepper was with the Steelers. Like normally they're at another spot and then they become majority owner elsewhere. Tom Brady is player owner in 2024 with the valuations of these teams, I think is wonderful and beautiful. Does he ever get a full team? That would be...
Well, that takes great wealth. I mean, that takes incredible wealth. I don't... The way these valuations are going, especially today came out that there could be $1 billion investment with international rights. I mean, these franchises are going way up. It's hard for one person. That's why we saw them pass the rule about having groups come in and purchase parts of these teams, because it's hard. Not a lot of individuals are like Steve Ballmer that can write a check for $6 million or $8 million and just have it go. That's a small group of people. So the valuations are too hard for one person. But I could see Tom, and I think knowing Tom like I do, I could see Tom wanting to be involved with the football, wanting to be involved with the decisions, wanting to be kind of intimately in building a team. I think that's always been something he's loved and gravitated to, because he's had great experience in seeing it happen over his career in New England and then, of course, in Tampa.
Tom Brady's about to be the king of Vegas.
Yeah, they might be good now.
Holy shit. Didn't even think about that. You know, now, speaking of that, there's some trades that have taken place, obviously. One did involve the Raiders. Conman has a question for you.
Yeah, Lombo, how do we feel about the Raiders trade with Devontae and also the Bills trade with Cleveland? It seems as though the Raiders and Cleveland now, are they just punting on their entire season, or what the hell is going on?
Yeah, what does this message send here at this time, legitimately?
That's a great question. I think you're going to see more teams punt. New England, for example, you could trade for one of their defensive ends, Josh Uche. They've been calling teams around, seeing if he's available. You could trade for these teams that are out of it, and there's a lot that are out of it, are going to start selling off players that are not coming back to their teams, that are on one-year contracts, to try to get ahead of the compensatory pick, if you will. So I definitely, like Detroit, they're never going to replace Aiden Hutchinson with one guy. He's too good. But if they can find a piece, a rusher like Uche or someone like that, or maybe they'll trade for Riddick, I don't know, but someone that could fill that role on third down and add other players that can help on first and second, I think we're going to see more of that. I thought the Cooper deal was good for Buffalo, but here's the issue. I think Cooper had a 33% catch percentage this year. It's been really bad for him. He had 67 targets. I think he had 20 catches for the year. So that catch ratio hasn't been very good. Some of it his fault because he's had a lot of drops. Some of it the quarterback's fault, right? But he gives Buffalo an outside receiver, which is what they need. He takes the pressure off Keon Coleman, who's probably a little bit too young to play. They're going to be a 12-team, one back, two tight ends, and it gives him a presence on the outside. Here's the beautiful thing about the deal. The Browns went ahead and guaranteed his salary. It was due to make $20-some million this year, and they guaranteed all of it, so his cap number is really low for Buffalo. So Buffalo's paying no money for him this year because Cleveland paid it all. So that ends up being a good deal. But here's another key factor that I think we got to take into consideration on all these trades that could happen. When you give up a third-round pick or fourth or a fifth, in this time and climate in the National Football League, because of NIL, the draft is getting diluted. The draft is getting diluted because all those kids that would have come out for the fourth, fifth, or sixth round are going to stay in school because they're getting money. They don't have to come out. They can keep playing. They can keep enjoying the lifestyle that they have. They're making money now, whereas before they wanted to get out to make money. But now what we're going to see is we're going to go back in time to when the draft was strictly just senior drafts, right? When I was young and starting in the career, juniors couldn't come out. So it was a strictly senior draft. And so that's going to water down the fifth, sixth, and seventh round. So you're going to give up draft picks in those later rounds, and the quality of talent in those rounds may not be as good. And I think that's where you're going to see a lot of these teams being more willing to get rid of these later picks.
Okay, so valid point. Cam Rising, I think, is going to be back for his 8th year next year if he wants to, the quarterback for Utah, because of the unfortunate injuries that have taken place to him and COVID happening and everything like that. So to your point about, who is the draft class, what is the draft class? We asked Bean about this yesterday. As soon as this Amari Cooper deal got announced, I called it a heist. I was like, this feels like a heist. But I say that every time a proven player gets traded for anything like a third rounder or like a fourth rounder or fifth rounder. I say that. I asked Bean about it, and Bean said he does feel like probably, there's an overvaluing of draft picks. And AQ asked the question as well. It's like, how come we'll see teams on draft night move heaven and hell basically out of the way to get up and draft somebody that they don't know? But then if somebody wants to give up like a second rounder for a proven player, it's like, whoa. Don't do that. Like the Amari Cooper deal, you just mentioned a 33% catch rate or whatever. As soon as I call it a heist, ESPN Stats, I think, put out something immediately afterwards. They're like, he's our worst ranked wide receiver in the entire NFL right now. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know that. So maybe that's why people think that. But for a third round pick, essentially, and also you're getting a better trade on the back end of the draft on it, this feels like a no-brainer for Buffalo. What does this mean for Cleveland? What does this mean for Cleveland?
Well, I think Cleveland's going to have a for-sale sign. I think Zadarius Smith could be for sale. He could be going to the Lions. If they lose this game against Cincinnati, they're out of it. They should just start getting ready for next year. But here's the thing with Cleveland. Because of what they did with Deshaun Watson's contract, his cap number next year is ridiculous. Now, one thing about the Cleveland Brown organization is their ownership has spent a lot of money. They've not been holding back on spending. They haven't spent it correctly, but they've been spending. But I think they would be in the market. Look, their general manager and their president are both analytical people. They love draft picks. They're going to try to trade players for draft picks, especially if they think the season's over. And they're going to have to move along. I agree. Cooper didn't play well this year, but I think one of the things with the ESPN numbers is that you play quarterback with that quarterback, you play wide receiver with Deshaun Watson the way he's playing. It's not easy right now. It's hard.
Yeah,
he had a good year last year.
Yeah.
He had a good year last year. He wanted a new contract. They wouldn't give him one, but they redid his deal. Now he's a free agent. I think it's all upward with Buffalo. And now with Josh Allen, he comes to life again. Did you watch his body language when he was playing for Cleveland? He just felt like, oh, my God, nobody's going to get me the ball. Now, of course, he drops some, so he's got to make his, there's no excuse for that.
Well, maybe wear the cutters instead of the Nike gloves. Let's see if we can maybe get some glue on there and figure it out. But to your point there, he is a human, and he's been traded before. There's never shit from Amari Cooper or his camp or his agent. There's never, he wanted a new deal, but it never gets to the point of like massive drama. But I assume at some point, going into work every day knowing that it's not going to work is like, a little bit daunting, a little bit, especially with free agency heading up. Going into Buffalo, 4-2, leading the AFC East right now. Obviously, general manager, front office, they've said publicly, hey, we're all in. Anytime we have Josh Allen, we're all in. They're making that move. That could easily be a big-time boost for Amari.
Cooper had that IG post, right? Move or rust.
Yeah.
So I feel like if there's any sort of rust, he was probably feeling it with Sean.
November 5th is the trade deadline day. Brandon Beane literally said yesterday, we still got some time here to make some more moves. What will Buffalo look like November 6th? What will the country look like November 6th?
Amen.
Well, plus, I think, too, Pat, I think the other thing that happened, too, is, Kansas City was this would have been a perfect deal for Kansas City, too, because Kansas City probably was looking at it as well. They had a chance because his cap number was so easy to take on. He was making the minimum salary because Cleveland paid for it. So that's part of making trades is, can you take on the contract? The Jets took on Devontae's contract, and they redid it once he got on their books. This contract, all you have to do is accept it. There's nothing you can do to it.
Congrats to all parties, seemingly. Cleveland's going to work out.
Eventually.
No. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks.
They should sign the Miz to play wide receiver.
The Miz actually said he listened to Tuesday's show, and he said, you have no idea what it's like to be a Browns fan. We're 1-15, 0-16, and this maybe is worse what's happening right now because I had hope.
Yep.
That's what his text was.
Well, he shouldn't be worried about the Browns right now, I'll tell you that much.
What do you mean?
He's a watch his back.
Poor Mary Kay. Can you imagine have to cover this team every day?
Oh, my gosh. So much.
She's been covering it, Chuck. She's been covering it when I was there. When Belichick and I were there, she was covering
Absolutely.
the team. All the writers have been covering that team going back forever.
She deserves to be in some Hall of Fame.
Maybe a Nobel Peace. Is that an essay? You talk about players moving on. Let's talk about some franchises. Chuck has a question for you.
How about Jacksonville? Seems like they've been in London for the last month. I'm sure they all wish it was a month. But Doug Peterson, Lombo, that effort last week against Chicago, I mean, they look lifeless. And I can't see, going into this game against New England, they're 5.5-point favorites. I don't know, maybe because, they're starting a rookie quarterback that looked pretty damn good. Drake May to me had some great, bright spots. But, if things don't go as planned and they lose this game, Lombo, will Shad Khan, will that organization, this owner, will they move on from Doug?
Well, I think, look, you saw yesterday they showed pictures of their new stadium and how beautiful it looks and the whole facility in Jacksonville. The owner has to sell tickets and put people in there. He's got to sell suites. He's got to sell the luxury seats and all that stuff. You're not going to do that if your team's bad. He's going to have to make a move. Now, I know he gave Trent Baalke and he gave Doug a vote of confidence, but that's always like a kiss of death. Yeah. That vote of confidence was reflective of how they played against the Bears. It was really bad. Their players came out and said they quit. Some of the players did. Doug said we got to change the culture. I don't know how you change the culture when you're that far away. Why didn't you change the culture before the season
He's been
started?
there, Lombo.
Yes.
How long's he been there?
They're paying a quarterback $50-some million.
So he's going to say, this culture I built stinks. We're going to change it all of a sudden.
Well, also, he's paid a quarterback.
You're in London.
Yeah. Anytime.
Hey, Chuck,
I'm sorry, Lombo.
You know this. If he would have lost that game, if he loses this game and Al Davis were the owner, he would not be on the plane flying home back to Jacksonville.
We're taking the Titanic back.
There's an iceberg coming.
Yeah.
There's an iceberg coming. Doug Peterson looks like he lost his soul, though. You know? It's like the Coach Salah stuff over there in New York. Yeah. We're watching it all unfold. Go ahead.
The owner said this summer, this is the best team we've ever had. Yeah. When an owner says that, the expectations go way up. And then when you win one game, right, and you start the season, you have a chance to beat Miami in the opening game, and you don't score any points in the second half, and then the season goes that way, and then you go and embarrass yourself on your home field over there in London. That's where you play. To me, it's a horrible message. And so, who's going to get blamed for it? The coach. I mean, you can't fire all the players. The coach is going to get, and they're going to have to bring somebody in. I mean, this year looks worse than the Urban Meyer years looked.
Ooh. How about Trevor? I mean, I don't want to keep piling on Trevor, okay? I don't want to keep piling on Trevor because he's making $50+ million a year.
55.
Mm-hmm. And we're watching.
You can't get rid of him, though, Pat. See, that's the thing. Everybody's focused on, we got to make Trevor better. How about making the team better? That's the biggest problem with Jackson. Let's make the team better. Like, they want to hire somebody to make the Trevor better. That's what you're going to hear if they fire Doug. Well, we got to bring somebody to make Trevor better. No. How about making the team better first? How about hiring somebody who can fix the team? How about hiring somebody who can put a culture in place? How about hiring somebody who's going to make the players work hard? Like, that's the
Their
key.
chief football strategist.
He knows.
He's got it figured out.
He knows.
Sure.
He's got it figured out.
Is that Tony?
Tony.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Tony,
Locked
come
in.
on. Good energy. I like him.
Tony. I like it.
I like him a lot. Chief football strategist, though, is a very aggressive title, especially if the team doesn't do good in football.
Yeah.
That's like that's a tough thing. But I got faith. I like the Cotton family and what they've done down in Jacksonville. They have legitimately tried. It feels like they would like that place to really do well.
But, Pat, it's the same thing that they have. They're great. They spend money, too. You go through their free agent spending. They always sign a guy, and 2 years later they cut him. They've done everything. The problem is they've hired the wrong people. They just haven't built a culture-based organization. They just haven't. The last coach that won there was Marone when they hired him off the interim. They're one play away from going to the Super Bowl. Blake Bortles overthrows that 7 round up in New England, or else they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, they're close, but they haven't been back. I mean, they're one of the losingest franchise. So at some point you have to say to yourself, why? And a lot of it is because of how we're hiring and what we're doing. It's challenging. It really is. You got to hire somebody who can build a program.
They've been able to beat the Colts. There's just 16 other games that they got to play every single time. And the Colts in Jacksonville, obviously, big problem for them. But I would like to see Jacksonville do well. I would like to see it. But it appears as if that's not the case. And Doug Peterson, I'll be excited to see what his status is 1 week from today.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one. Drake May coming in his second ever starter.
We'll know before a week.
Yeah.
You won't even need a week.
3 days.
Yeah, look out.
4 days, I guess.
When the Pats hang 50 on them. Drake May sets every rookie single game passing record you've ever heard.
In the history of England or just in the
history of ball, brother?
Oh, history of ball?
Yeah, he's throwing 5 tuds.
Coach Saban said in the history of ball at dinner the other day, and I died. I mean, I forget what it was about. I was like, the history of ball? He goes, all ball. History.
Yeah.
I think he said worst situation in the history of ball, all ball. And I started dying. I just started dying laughing. So hearing you say in the history of ball, that's a big statement. You're saying Drake May's about to do that to this Jacksonville team?
He's about to go bananas.
Doug Peterson's going to look so bummed out.
I know, and I'm bummed out about that.
Salah, bummed out.
Yeah.
Doug Peterson seemingly bummed out. Stefanski
bummed
out. Shane Steichen's up there answering questions about his quarterback here after a win in Tennessee. He seems to be a little bit.
He's kind of bummed out.
But I think he's.
You could add Jerry Jones to the bummed
out. He's mad and bummed out. Yeah, when mad and bummed out come together, you can get a little. I'll fucking fire you. That's when.
I ain't kidding.
I'll be mad and disappointed at the same damn time, taking time out of my life to talk to you. I will fire both of you. I didn't mean exactly what I said.
Got a little hot and bothered.
You know how that thing goes. You're talking about decisions and being great, being good, being bad. There's been a lot of good, not great conversation happening in one particular football city. AP Tone has a question for you.
That is a good way to put it. As far as the Pittsburgh Steelers and the quarterback situation goes, Justin Fields, I feel like, has been good, but a lot of people think the offense could be better. Justin came out this morning and said that he didn't do enough. He didn't play well enough to keep his job, as Russ is most likely, has been named the starter, but he's most likely going to start on Sunday. How do you feel about that total situation in Pittsburgh?
I think Justin Fields has really taken a huge step forward. I think he's really improved his career. I think he's self-critical here, which is actually correct. I think he's on his way towards becoming a better player. I think he needs to just keep working on his game, and there's certain plays he needs to make. There's certain ways he needs to get the ball to the right receivers. Look, the quarterback's the point guard. But the one thing is, what you like about a quarterback is he's accepting accountability. And I think he has done that. And I think he's shown that he's improving. And how much further can he improve? I think the sky's the limit. I think he's going to get better. I think he started out. A lot of people were trying to vote him for MVP. I don't think that was fair to the kid. I think that was really misplaced. I won't say who. We'll go on to another subject. But I think he's done a really good job of fixing himself, of trying to improve and trying to get better. And he's just not quite there yet.
I appreciate the fact that we talked to the face of Yinzers, we'll say.
Sure.
And I assume
the leader.
This is a human who would actually walk in front of a bullet if it was being shot at any Pittsburgh Steeler that was good.
Correct.
It's not like any Pittsburgh Steeler, but any Pittsburgh Steeler that has done anything for the city of Pittsburgh or for the Steelers would actually die for. And it seems like the sentiment that he is giving and that he is hearing from others around Pittsburgh is like, hey, this is a football town. We know ball. Okay, we understand that we're winning right now. We understand that we have a winning record at this moment, but this is not going to win a Super Bowl. This team is not going to be able to win a Super Bowl. That's what we want to be able to do. So for the Russell Wilson experiment to begin in Pittsburgh for the first time ever, I think they just want to get a look. Like, is that potentially something that could win a Super Bowl? Or is Justin Fields going to end up being back at quarterback, which could still happen, right? Russell Wilson could come out a couple weeks and it not go good, and then Justin Fields is back, and then, okay, here's what we got to build to try to make a run at a Lombardi. I think that's the big takeaway that I'm hearing, not only from fans, but also from the building. Like the way Tomlin's talking about it, is like, we've had good there, we've had good outcome. And then you hear the way Justin Fields is talking, it's like, I haven't played good enough, obviously, in this conversation would not be happening. So it's like, I think seemingly everybody's on the same page. There's going to be Steelers fans that are pissed because they think Justin Fields winning. What are we even doing? I assume that's going to take place regardless. But Justin seemingly understands. The locker room probably understand. Tomlin seemingly on the same page. It's like, let's just see if Russell in this offense could be next stage, as opposed to just getting by seemingly every single week. Going into Indianapolis, losing to the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, that's going to happen to a lot of people. And the Dolphins are certainly next to come in the lot house and get smacked around. I mean, that's certainly the case, but that is kind of the narrative, right?
Yeah, I mean, the whole city's kind of got sick of being good the last however many years it's been, 7, 8. Like, we're tired of just being good. Want to get back to AFC championships and Super Bowls because that's what it's all about. And you're right, and our Steelers correspondent is correct. And we want to see if Russ can do that. And also, it's kind of a good situation because we saw what Justin can do. We're going to see what Russ can do, and we're going to make a decision after this year if either of those two are the future of the organization.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is Joey Flack is just sitting over here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, spinning
on the bench.
That's right.
Let's say AR gets going. They're not going to trade Flack, right?
Can't.
No. For 4 first, maybe?
No. Injury. Flack's not available.
They can't.
Yeah. Flack's never available. No. How do you feel about AR playing this weekend?
I mean, he has to play him. I think, to me, when you draft a guy 3rd pick overall that doesn't have a lot of playing experience, you have to play him. I think Joe Flacco has been really good for the team. I think Flacco has been great, but, he's won games. He won games in Cleveland. I think part of Amari Cooper's problems in Cleveland where you just traded away the quarterback that was getting me the ball, and you kept the one who wasn't. I think it's the same issue. I think Indianapolis is better right now when Flacco plays quarterback because he can run the offense. Richardson's a really talented young man. He really is. He can throw the ball anywhere you want, but it's inconsistent, and so that inconsistency affects them. And with their defense not being able to always get control of the game and their inability to stop the run puts a lot of pressure on their offense. So I think Steichen's in a spot where he's got to play the guy if he's healthy. And he's got to hope he can stay healthy and hope he can break through that inconsistency that we've seen out of him. Because when he plays well, like he did opening day against Houston, he's making those deep throws. He's really tough, but he's just there's too much space between the good throws and the rest of the game that just lends itself to where the defense is on the field way too much.
Hypothetical, Lombo. Let's say he goes out and they get beat by Miami and he throws 2 interceptions. He doesn't play well.
Oh no!
And now
why are we doing
now
this?
what are you going to do now?
Because
this is kind of why. Isn't this kind of why, Lombo, that Cleveland got him out of Cleveland, Flacco out of Cleveland,
I think Cleveland got him out of there because I think everybody in the locker room knew Joe was the best. But I mean, Cleveland didn't even make him an offer. I mean, this kid took Cleveland to the playoffs. The Cleveland showed him so little respect they didn't even make him an offer. They just let him go. He said
paid
that. Those not my words or his words.
They gave Deshaun so much money. They had to because they knew the minute Deshaun went out there and started and lost a couple games, they'll be screaming for Flacco. So you get him out of the building so you don't have that problem.
You guys know you can't fool the locker room. You can't. I mean, and you go through that's what drives me crazy about the Browns pretending they're an analytical team when all I can read you numbers for analytically.
They are analytical. I saw Jonah Hill play this guy in Moneyball. He's the picture of analytics.
I mean, these numbers, Pat, are Jamarcus Russell bad on Deshaun Watson. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. There's Jamarcus Russell. Nobody wants to pay attention to it. But you can pretend we're going to hide behind analytics until we was the work. I think Richardson, because he's so young, they have to go with it. But it affects your team. I mean, it's going to affect the wins and losses. It's just very challenging.
I am on board with whatever Shane Steichen wants to do. This is a fascinating dilemma, though, for the Colts because the team has been paid and built to win. Like there's been a lot of money paid to a lot of guys that have been in Indianapolis for a long time. Guys that have been, pillars of the Colts have been here for a while now. But you do draft quarterback number 4 overall last year. He's only able to play like 4 games. He loses his rookie season, so now that delays like the next generation iteration. So now we're sitting in a time where team can win games. Tennessee Titans, obviously not the Kansas City Chiefs by any means, but certainly good defense. Offense was able to score. They win that game after a tough loss the week before, and then against Jacksonville. It's like the patience thought is a real one because Anthony Richardson has all the ability. Every single play that Joe Flacco has made, Anthony Richardson could make in theory, and more with the run game being added to it, how explosive he is on the ground. But there's going to be ebbs and flows in any rookie quarterback season. He just so happens to be experiencing 2 rookie quarterback seasons because I think this is only like his 17th game or something.
Yeah, I think going into the year he had 17 total starts with high school and college. Like this weekend might be his 20th or 21st start ever.
So it's like we gotta have the patience, I guess, to like this guy needs to play ball to get to a point where he can be good. But then also there's that other side that's like team good, got a quarterback on roster that could win right now. It's like that is a very tough, I think, for some people.
Like Jordan Love last year. If you watched Jordan Love last year at the beginning of the year, he was not very good. They managed him. They if you watch the Raider game, they kept him from trying to lose the game. He threw 3 picks, I think, in that game. Yeah. But eventually he got good, by playing more. I think you saw it last week with Bo Nix. Bo Nix had one of the best fourth quarters in all of football last week against the Chargers when they're behind 23-0. He came back. He had 145 quarterback rating. He threw the ball really well. But again, it was against the team that was really defending against the clock, not the opponent. But the more he plays, you'll start to see improvement. That's what you want out of Richardson. You really want to see the improvement. What you're seeing, though, is the inconsistencies keep coming back. But the only way you're going to know if he can break through it is through to see the improvement, and that's what's so important.
Let's go, AR. Let's go, AR. I'm excited to watch. He's electrifying. He's good for the NFL.
Lightning.
If AR is playing good football.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great for the NFL, and he's great for Indianapolis. I can't wait to watch it. And if he gets hurt, which is possible, it is football, got Joe Flacco waiting in the wings. Okay, last question here, and obviously we've got like a minute left here, so I apologize for putting you on the spot here. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Lombo, we got a couple marquee matchups this weekend. Who do you like picks-wise?
Oh, this is a great weekend. I like Seattle against Atlanta this week. I think Seattle, coming off a 3-game losing streak. Atlanta has a hard time rushing the passer. Grady Jarrett's got 1.5 sacks. So does Matt Judon. I think Seattle can throw the football. I like Mike McDonald's team. They're not great on defense. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I kind of like that one. I think that's an interesting game to play. I like the Packers this week, too.
Hell yeah.
I think the Packers are really good. They've been very good in the first half. They scored 90 points in the first half. They've been able to move the ball. I think you can move it on Houston if you protect the edges, what Green Bay does a really good job of. And without Nico Collins, they don't have a receiver that's explosive down the field. It really helps you.
Yeah, Houston's fresh off a 20-point ass beating of the New England Patriots.
Wow.
That has been covered up because Drake May's played good football. Let's never forget that. Just so we all understand how we're feeling about the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
They're a good ball club.
They are.
Great
Packers beat the shit out of the Cardinals, too. Not as good, but...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Michael DeBardi. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. That's a good game.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that
Texans Packers is a great Week 7
What's
game.
Sunday Night Football?
It's a good one.
What is it?
Steelers Jets.
Okay. So Packers Texans. Okay.
Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. That's
Fireman Ed making the trip.
I think.
Got it.
It's not a good spot. We'll be in a good spot on the other side. See you then. Joining us is a demon. Ladies and gentlemen, O's the Mentalist will be joining us.
All right, O's.
Let's go. What's the pick? I'm not giving away for free. Bill, what time is it right now?
7:57.
Write it as big as you can.
Wow.
Okay.
It's about to get weird. From this point on, I never touch this bad boy. We're going to revisit later in the draft.
All right, O's, get in here, you sick son of a
weird.
Almost 2 hours.
Hold it. Oh, don't drop it.
Oh, no, I dropped it.
Okay, AJ, take the cards, look through them, and here's the thing. I want this to be random. Yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, what's up? My hands are a bit frozen, but yeah.
I want you to take, but hold on. I don't want you to look for your favorite.
Bill's booking Sean Payton right now.
There we go. Head boy Bill.
AJ, slow. Lift. No.
One of your guys.
Take off a piece.
Oh,
it could
you
be a
fucked
lot
my
or a little.
shirt. Oh, right here.
And don't look at it. Lift it up.
I'm not.
Put it against your body. That feel right?
Yeah, feels
AJ,
great.
if you don't feel like this was the right moment for you and you want to change, put it back.
All right, I'm putting it back.
It's up to you. All right, lift off wherever you want,
We're back.
more or less.
No, that's not, okay. Now I'm good.
3 times.
Good.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course.
Stay right there, locked and loaded.
Oh, you fucked up my shirt,
That's
bro.
not, and there is a white piece of paper.
Yep.
Is that right? That's all that's in there. Take that out. I want you to see this. Look, AJ, open it up.
No fucking way.
No
and
way.
show us and show AJ what you got. What is that? Show us. 99. Turn around and show us where you're at.
You ready?
Yep, turn it around.
No way. Shut up! This guy!
757, that thing.
What?
That's been in there since 7:57. Imagine that you somehow know the game of the year next season. Tell us, what are the 2 teams that you're seeing in this game? Wow. Say it.
Packers and 49ers.
Who do you think's going to win that game?
Packers 34, Niners 27.
Tell me on your life. Did I tell you to say anything? Did I
you
say
did it, and I swear to God, if you get this right, I'm gonna rip your fucking head off.
Tell him the game of the year.
Oh my God!
Read it to him, please.
Come on, bro.
Read it to him. Packers beat the 49ers 34-27. Remember this screen grab when it happens this season. Open up what's been in there since 7:57.
Come on, dude. There's something wrong with you.
Open it up. It says Brock Bowers, 13th pick Raiders.
Fuck this guy.
No fucking way! There's no way!
This guy's a witch. Bears, Caleb Williams.
100% we knew it.
Commanders, Jaden Daniels.
No, don't you
Patriots, Drake May. Cardinals, Marvin Harrison Jr. Chargers, Joe Alt. Giants, Malik Neighbors. Titans, J.C. Latham. Michael Penix Jr. Roma Dunze. Vikings from
Traded
Jets.
with the Jets.
What? J.J. McCarthy, Jets from Vikings. Olu Fashanu, Broncos. Bo Nixon in the 13th pick.
Oh my God!
Bowers to the Raiders.
I'm so happy I'm not.
Beautiful. Taped on his chest since 7:56.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this NFL Week 7 kickoff Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Hour 2 of the program starts now. Football is awesome, and we got a game tonight that the world is clamoring about. The Broncos and the Saints kick off Week 7 of the NFL season, and we will certainly be chatting about that and everything else happening around the sports world, including hockey being awesome.
Come on now.
Is the first segment of Hockey is Awesome about to debut on this particular program today? Yeah, it is. Because hockey is happening, and hockey is awesome. The Talk Stable's here at Boss Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Tone is here. A man who coached football for 36 years and is currently 5-1 against the spread on Thursday Night Football. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, the greatest Italian at Italian Fest.
Yeah.
This past summer.
Right.
Chuck Pagano.
Coach.
Do you just carry that title? Do you have the biggest, the horn?
Mm-hmm.
What's that horn called? What's the horn?
Maloik.
Maloik. Yeah. Did you
Down
just
to
have,
his nuts.
Did you get the big?
It's a goat sperm.
Did you get the biggest? What's that?
That's not what
No,
it
it's
is.
a horn, bro.
I know, but it's
This one?
No, it's for whenever the devil comes. You just stab it right in between his horns.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's what you do with that thing. Did you get the biggest one in town? Is that what you got to win the
can't
most?
even wear it. It's so big.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah,
dangling.
it's like
Does your horn hang low? Does it wobble to the floor? Do you mind Can you throw it over your shoulder like a
continental soldier?
Does your horn hang low? Grazie! What do you guys say? Yeah? See? Yes? What is the Italian?
Hey, a little bit of this.
I don't think that is.
Mi scusi.
No, that's excuse me.
What is that, Tony?
I with these people, I just.
What is
What do
yes,
you mean,
though?
these people?
It's C.
C.
Yeah.
So,
Si prego.
That's yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Si prego.
Si scusi.
Grazie.
Che si dice buttano?
Pepperoni pizza from Wichita, Kansas. No one.
And we mean no one.
Al Pizza's hell. Welcome back, Ty.
Great to be back.
Hell yeah.
I obviously never forgot, but it's just nice walking in here and just having that reminder just wash over you. Pizza Hut is the greatest of all time. It will always be the greatest of all time. Couldn't have it because, I was in the hospital and then I had a newborn and everything. 2 weeks might as well have been, 25 years.
25 years, a quarter of a century.
That's what it seemed like. What did I do on Monday when I got back in here? Boom. Give me the Hut. Give me it now. And I got.
You did get a personal pan.
I did, and some breadsticks at about 10:45 a.m. on Monday morning, and I needed it. I felt right back at home. It was just a nice little reminder that no one,
and we mean no one,
out pizzas the Hut.
Now I think Pizza Hut, because they know that you're back, is going to send a real fastball this afternoon.
Oh God!
Because for the last 2 weeks they've been sending. I don't know if you've been seeing the Pizza Hut that's been arriving here every Thursday, and any of the videos we've been putting on.
Top tier, I assume.
Full spread.
Yeah.
Remember those Pizza Hut buffets?
Oh yeah.
The greatest. You
Of
just
all
call this
time.
the greatest nights of your life as a kid. You go to these Pizza Hut right here.
It was like that.
It's right here. Last 2 weeks. Ty, get ready for it.
I'd expect nothing less.
I don't know how I'm going to wait 2 more hours until that Pizza Hut buffet is right there. Legitimately.
Me neither.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
What if we just sat for 2 hours?
That's not good.
Could you imagine Andy Kaufman? That would have been
mentally ready.
That would have been the greatest. Joining us now, we can't disrespect this guy.
Well, that's what he does every day, is what people say.
Yeah, but you don't have to always stoop to the other person's level. We got to make sure we pay the utmost respect to a man who goes to the attic of his mega mansion every single day over there in Ohio.
20 flights of stairs.
It's hard to get up there.
Yeah.
Actually has an elevator, which is nice. Anytime you're living in a house that has an elevator, you did it.
Thank God.
And we should celebrate this guy. College football national champion, former number 5 overall pick, old CBA.
Damn.
That's big money. He was getting 10-year vet money right out of college in Ohio. And let's not even talk about what Ohio State was doing. Those handshakes.
You want to sign something?
Yeah, money. This guy reeks of success. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah,
Hawker, we know those $1 million handshakes were happening in Columbus whenever you were a standout for the Buckeyes and only continued as the number 5 overall pick. AJ, let's pivot away from Pizza Hut being amazing and the Pizza Hut buffet.
It is. We know. It is.
Ohio is a Pizza Hut state, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I grew up on Pizza Hut. Believe me, that was our thing.
Dude. It's hard. I was just going to sit for 2 hours, actually. Just wait on it.
I was connected. I was ready. Like, I was okay. Yeah, I think he might take this one the full 2 hours.
You know Pavlov's dogs? It's like Pizza Hut dogs here.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yep.
Thursday, we walk in here. We turn on the lights. We stop, and we start to drool. And then inevitably, 8 hours later, Pizza Hut's about to roll in here. We'll eat it, and then we leave.
Yeah.
And then 6 days pass. Thursday morning comes, light come on. We start to drool. Pizza Hut comes. Ipso facto, Pizza Hut's dogs. That's what's happening over here in the Thunderdome, AJ. And that is something you miss out on being in that mega mansion's attic every single day.
Yeah, I do, but I've been lucky enough to where I've gotten some Pizza Hut sent to me on Thursdays as well a few times, and that's always a huge surprise. And we end up actually repackaging it and putting some of it in the kids' lunches on Friday morning.
Oh,
Lucky
Pizza Hut's good for family.
Good move.
Good for family.
Gosh.
I mean, I appreciate you repackaging, and because Cold Pizza, not just a failed show on ESPN.
No.
That was remodeled.
Failed.
Yeah.
Didn't that launch into other stuff?
Turned into first take.
Successful. I didn't mean failed. Ended show.
Sure.
Ended show that turned into what everything became pretty much. Cold pizza is delightful. And that thin crust.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
Somehow the cheese maintains a good texture.
It does.
So it's a little chilly in the morning. You bite into. How's this going to be? Oh, it's like last night, just not piping hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yep.
This is unbelievable. I don't think you should do the wingies the day after.
No, you got it. Yeah, knock those out the night of.
Just heat them up. Just put them in the microwave if you do.
Well,
Just
you
heat
got an
them
air
up.
fryer.
Toaster. Yeah, air fryer.
I need the above.
He meant toaster. Put them in the toaster.
Yeah, you could try.
You can't put them in the toaster.
Shout out to Pizza Hut. We appreciate them. Shout out to the NFL starting this evening for Week 7. Broncos, Saints, AJ, we've been Bo Nix, Spencer Rattler,
Why?
Oregon, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Battle on Thursday night on Amazon Prime. A lot of people out for the Saints. Obviously, the Broncos 3-1 in their last 4. Have Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and that entire squad over there figured it out? What will they look like going into the Superdome as 3-point favorites? Early thoughts here, AJ Hawk, on this Thursday night matchup.
Well, I mean, both these quarterbacks are super athletic. So I'm, when I see somebody play in person, I'm a bit biased towards them. I saw Spencer Rattler play in high school. I was doing this high school thing with Adidas. Got to cover him when he was being followed by that quarterback show on Netflix, I believe.
Yep, Under the Lights.
And the physical talent that this dude has, the arm talent, and how athletic he was, I was blown away. I know he hasn't completely put it all together, but he looked pretty good last week, honestly, at times. Completed a few good third downs early. I was watching a little bit earlier today. I love what he can do, but you got a ton of guys hurt for New Orleans, so I don't know. I can't wait to see where Chuck is leading this tonight.
To be clear, he sent in all his plays that he wants us to go over. Normally, very, very slighted. These plays, very, very one-way leaning. This time, he threw kind of a Tim Wakefield knuckler.
Wow.
I don't know if any of us know which way Chuck's leaning, legitimately. He's pointed out numerous times how banged up one team is and how not banged up another team is on Thursday night, though. So maybe that's the giveaway. I'm not 100% sure.
Could be.
The rollout with the blitz pressure also.
Could be.
You're 5-1 right now. Yeah, he did say.
He talked about, hey, look, he rolled out 12 times to his right. Expect some pressure from Denver on the left side.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a book out on Spencer Rattler. He said that's why the second half looked vastly different than the first half. And then Vance Joseph, he has film too, doesn't he? Yeah. That's what Chuck was saying. Oh, we know which way Chuck's going.
Yes,
we figured it out. We can piece it together. Don't
Pretty
tell
good
us.
defense for Denver.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Very good.
They're missing Surtain, but
They like to blitz, don't they, Chuck?
They like to pressure. They pressured a little bit more, if you can believe it, than B-Flow at Minnesota.
Where'd you grow up at?
Boulder, Colorado.
Okay. Where's that near?
Orange Crush.
Okay.
Candy?
Where's that very near?
Those are good uniforms,
Tom
Chuck.
Jackson, Barney Chavis.
Yeah.
Atwater.
Those are towns?
This guy's a Broncos fan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are towns.
So where'd you grow
Did
up?
you read a history book?
One time.
Yeah.
One time.
Steve Atwater.
Sorry,
Come
brother.
on,
I don't
taking
give
dudes'
any
heads off.
shit about any football that's not right now.
Whoa! How do you know what's happening right now if you don't know what has been already?
Well, I mean, no, I remember
respect,
Wing T and stuff, but
appreciation
I don't
for the
think we
game.
see that anytime soon.
Right. Even Army and Navy are kind of adapting.
Even them are like, hey, we don't need to worry about that shit.
Here's some Thursday Night Football NFL Pro insights from NFL Plus Premium.
Hell yeah.
Remember, NFL Plus
Yep.
is available. You get the premium version of NFL Plus. You have now qualified, brother, for NFL Pro.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so that's how you got to get there. AJ, you see that?
Oh, yeah.
You put one foot in front of the other. You go NFL Plus. Holy shit, I'm here.
Incredible.
I really like what's going on. I go NFL Premium. Whoa. And then all of a sudden, because this, so many doors opened up, and now we're in NFL Pro.
Yeah. What's that cost a brother?
It's a good question. I think it changes.
The return on investment
It's not
is
free, but-
incredibly high.
Yeah, it certainly should be paid for, I think, with the amount of information that's in there. So certainly not free. But if you are heavily invested in fantasy or gambling or just talking shit as a football fan and have the capability, they got everything.
Yeah.
It is a phenomenal service. I don't know if they're going to bundle this and sell this to somebody or if they're just going to keep it themselves.
They should.
But you also, I assume Amazon wouldn't mind. Like the amount of money Amazon would potentially pay for this service to be their service all of a sudden with them getting in there with the amount of money that Amazon has. I wonder what they do with this NFL Pro going forward. We would just like to let you know, as people here on the ground floor with NFL Pro users every single day, everything's so easy to find. They made it complete idiot proof, football stooge proof. More information than you could possibly fathom, and insights that you could think about. Here's one. Marshawn Lattimore has aligned in press coverage on 32.5% of his outside cornerback snaps this season, the 12th highest rate among 72 corners with at least 100 snaps at outside corner. The matchup, Cortland Sutton. He has been effective against press man coverage, ranking top 10 in yards per route and catch rate over expected.
Okay. Wow.
Among wide receivers with at least 10 such targets since the start of 2023. Sutton has aligned as the left wide receiver, 166 of his snaps, twice as often as the right, 83 of his snaps, and will likely face Lattimore, who has aligned at right cornerback on 92.3% of the snaps this season. Cortland Sutton, Marshawn Lattimore, tonight on Thursday Night Football, Chuck Pagano.
going to be a must-watch.
Oh!
Must-watch if they decide to put him over there. Now, Adebo plays on the other side, and then you got Alontae Taylor in the slot. So it'll be interesting.
Well, what NFL Pro is saying is 166 of his snaps are on left wide receiver. 92.3% of Lattimore's snaps are at right corner. These two are going to be dancing. Look
so
for it.
Sean Payton's been coaching how long?
4 years. 5
Do you think they got a group of people of brains in that building that have told him those stats, and he doesn't know that?
Okay.
You never know.
Okay.
So-
Don't be so combative.
I'm not being. I'm just saying. Common sense would say, okay, if that's the case, and he's not going to travel, he doesn't play star coverage like Lattimore. You either say, okay, I want that dude, and if he does line up over there a couple times, then I'm following him. But if they don't do that, then just put him on the other side.
Not a lot of guys do that as much. Having Cortland Sutton against number 2 corner, probably not a bad decision. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who will be calling tonight's matchup from a booth in New Orleans.
Wow.
And at halftime, he better be paying attention.
That's right.
Because Drew Brees is going to grab a microphone, and he's going to say, 1, 2, win.
For you.
Well, that's what the crowd's going to say.
Yeah, of course.
And then 3, 4, win.
Some more.
5, 6, win.
For kicks.
7, 8, win.
It's great.
9, 10, win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
He better be a part of it. He's part of the for you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's going to be a disaster.
Better play
More.
that echo. You better play that echo, man. That's going to be a phew.
It's a very aggressive chant to be trying to do at halftime, I think. But if anybody could do it, Drew Brees can.
Everybody knows
He's got it.
And
He'll
if
do
any
it.
fan base could do it, it is certainly who dat. Joining us now is somebody who hopefully will make it go smoothly. Ladies and gentlemen, the face of college football. A man who was in the back of a convertible this past weekend.
Yeah.
Well, given thoughtful analysis and takes on college ball. D was driving that car.
Yeah.
Wiley had a handheld camera. And then there was a tail car and a security car. This man is able to do it all. And he's the face of Thursday Night Football, kicking off Week 7 of the NFL season this evening in New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen. Old Blue Eyes, Kirk Herbstreit. How you doing, bud?
How about that chant at halftime? I'm going to be dialed into that. I want to see how that's going to go.
All right, let's go. Let's work it. 1, 2, win.
For you.
3, 4, win.
For
Some more.
Some more.
5, 6, win.
For kicks.
7, 8, win.
It's great.
9, 10, win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
Win.
Again.
Need it, Herbie. Need you to be a part of it. Need you to be a part of it.
Hey, if anybody can do it, it's Drew Brees in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
But that's going to be a tough one. I'm looking forward to watching that.
That's what I'm saying, Herbie. And I'm only speaking from the position of trying to do these chants each week, you know. And whenever we're doing them at these schools, these kids have known them since they're like, you know, children. In these, and as soon as they get on campus, it's like, hey, this is what you. They actually go to class. They like go to the stadium and learn what the chants are. So tonight,
because you don't rehearse. No, people that might not know if you haven't seen the A block at the beginning of the show.
I think they've seen it.
You need to tune in to the beginning of the show because I have no idea what's coming. I mean, I just know you've done your homework. Tone Diggs, the local folks have dialed you in. You got the chants down. I have no idea what's coming. I just sit back. I know I don't have to say anything in the A's. I just get to watch.
Yeah.
And you're standing up on a chair. You got a new chant going. And the amazing thing is, it's like you guys rehearsed it 10 times. They are right there. You even said, hey, I think I'm going to try to get a USA chant going here at Cal. And you were like, if they do it, I'm going to go with it. If they don't, I got a response for that too. And I'm like, I mean, you just go on the seat of your pants. But it's been pretty cool the way you.
Well, I appreciate that, Kirk. I appreciate everybody for the opportunity, obviously, and it's a lot of time there. But like the locals, that guy kind of give me all the answers.
Yeah,
I talked about this with the Kelsey brothers a little bit. It's like I've been led astray one time down in New Orleans. It was for WWE.
Yep.
And it was during a commercial break. And I was asking the driver, because I did the same thing basically for commercial breaks with the WWE for Raw. And it inevitably turned into me just wishing Michael Cole a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Michael Cole.
Happy birthday, Cole.
Happy birthday, Michael Cole. But I asked the locals, I'm like, hey, what do we really like around here? And then I say, like, what will go? And this guy told me to sing a song. He said, call Baton Rouge. Everybody knows it.
Easy.
Everybody knows calling Baton Rouge. So I get up there. I obviously learned calling Baton Rouge, do the entire thing. And I go, Operator, won't you put me on through? Gonna say my love down to Baton Rouge. Everybody just staring at me. Literally, I've never seen a quieter crowd in my life. Never in my entire life. So every Saturday when these things happen, and I have no idea if they're going to go. When I first start, whenever I hear them that first time, boy, it is a big sense of relief.
Thank God.
It is a good moment. And all these colleges have been electrifying, Kirk. This year has been amazing for college ball.
Unreal. I mean, the game. I mean, we're trying to destroy the game in the offseason. It's been a lot of fun watching, how much they can make a mess of the sport. But man, Saturdays in the fall, holy cow! And it's we were talking about it on a call this week. It's from noon Eastern till like 2 a.m. Like there's games, there's student sections running on a field at the noon window, a 3:30 window, the 7 o'clock window, the 10 o'clock window. I mean, it's been college football is always passionate, but you're right. I just feel like maybe people just want the game so much because of all the BS that's going on around the sport that we've been able to see some really cool scenes. College game days on fire. It's been a lot of fun having obviously you and Nick and the whole team together, man. It's been a hell of a run. We're only halfway through.
Yeah, we're having a blast. I'm having a lot of fun, man. Every single week at game day has been a blast. Even a couple where we're like, how's this going to go? We don't know how this is going to go. Oh, this slate. Oh, not that good of a slate today. And then it's like the most chaotic day in the history of college football. It never ends. It never disappoints. It's been an honor to be a part of, Kirk.
Yeah, it's been wild. I think going back-to-back weeks to the West Coast, I mean, who would have ever thought in August we're going to go, well, you kind of knew about the trip to Eugene, but go to Cal and then Eugene back-to-back weeks. And two of the best scenes we've had all year. It was just fantastic. And now we get to go down to Austin for Georgia and Texas. So, yeah, man, this has been an unbelievable ride. And now you got a 12-team playoff on the back end. We were saying on our call on Monday, usually this time of the year, you get to that third week in October, there's about 7 or 8 teams that more realistically have a shot of making it to the postseason. Right now, the whole top 25 thinks they got a shot. I mean, maybe even go beyond the top 25. There are teams and their fan bases that think they got a shot. So it's electric, and it's only going to get better as we get deeper into the season.
New rivalries, new stars, storylines literally developing every single week. College football is on fire. Chuck Pagano has a question for you, Herbie, about all of that.
Hey, Herbie, so talking about, the 12-team playoff, you see Boise State in there at 15 right now. Ashton Jenney, I know you've watched him. Living in Boise, retired in Boise now, Herbie. Living a dream out there. Spencer Danielson, the head coach, know a lot of guys in that staff. They were kind enough to let me hang around there when I'm back home and watch practice. I've been around this kid. He's a phenomenal human, a great person, a great teammate. But what he does on the field, I think he's got the shortest odds right now as far as winning the Heisman goes.
Travis Hunter has a second.
Realistically, Herbie, does he have a chance? Being at BSU, does he have a chance to win this?
Well, first of all, congratulations on living in Boise. What a great town that is. I had no idea that you were living out there, and it's great to be around that program. Chris Peterson, as you know, got it started, and they've really done a really good job of living up to his reputation and kind of that toughness, play with the chip on your shoulder. And nobody embodies that better than Ashton Jenney. And he's not getting the recognition, even though the odds have him up there. I think your average SEC, Big Ten college football fan, they might see a highlight here or there. But if you ever see Boise State is televised, and it might be on a late game, do yourself a favor and watch this kid play. I mean, he's putting up numbers that are like Barry Sanders, Herschel Walker, and the guy didn't even play much in the second half. So, yeah, it's great that you're bringing some attention to him. The guy runs physically, as you know. He bounces off of people. He'll be a great pro. Depending on who ends up getting him. But for now, it's just been a blast to watch him play. And I do think, the Heisman this year is wide open. Typically, it goes to the best player on an undefeated team that's a high-profile team. But if you look around, we just don't have that obvious name from one of the top 5, top 7 teams in the country. So it's not a shock that he's up there in the mix. And you look at all these other names. Dylan Gabriel really helped himself last week. In a game against Oregon and or against Ohio State with that high big stage that he had. But I think Jenney's right there, and if he keeps playing well, it's going to get more and more attention, and they're going to win a lot of football games and probably get in the playoffs. So I think he and his team are doing everything they can give him a legitimate shot.
Travis Hunter has moved down the board since being second this past weekend. When I brought that up to Coach Prime, he didn't like that.
No.
I wasn't the odds maker. I was just informing him of the current odds at the time. But the amount of passion that he talked about Travis Hunter and the type of guy he is the same way everybody talks about Ashton Genty, too. They say this dude is just like, I feel like we got some real good superstars right now in college football, which adds even more so into the hype of everything. Got a youth movement happening. You got good superstars showing up every single week. It's like college football's on fire. Quinn Ewers at plus 2,000. Quinn Ewers at plus 2,000. That seems like very good number. That feels like a very good odds there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for guys that can make a move, if Miami keeps winning, obviously that means Cam Ward's going to make plays. Cam Ward has a chance, I think, to catch fire. And also Dylan Gabriel. Oregon's going to have a chance to play in some bigger stages. He's going to keep winning games. He's going to continue to obviously put numbers up. Those are two that stand out. But Quinn Ewers, because of the injury, missing a few games, even though he still could get hot this weekend. Carson Beck. What if Carson Beck goes into Austin and puts up a monster game? So he could still catch fire as well.
Okay, let's pivot away from college ball. Go ahead, AJ.
Kirk, you and Al are going to be in New Orleans tonight, obviously calling the game. Denver comes to town. What do you expect from tonight, I guess, and how do you think both these young quarterbacks are going to play?
I think that's the thing that probably has me and most people most intrigued about the game is Bo Nix, we know, as a rookie, is a starting quarterback, and he's had some moments when, he's looked really good, and he's had some moments like any rookie quarterback where he's learning on the fly, and not to mention, I heard you guys talking about Cortland Sutton. They need to find some other weapons besides Cortland Sutton, who's getting the majority of the targets. He's got to find maybe Troy Franklin, another rookie, by the way. He's got Devon Vele, who's another rookie out of Utah. So he's got two rookie receivers besides being a rookie quarterback. And as you guys know, Javonte Williams, the kid out of North Carolina, hasn't really responded from that injury that he had a couple years ago. So they're not running the ball. So it's either, 3 and outs and a lot of it being put on the shoulders of a rookie quarterback, or they're able to manufacture some plays with Cortland Sutton. I do think, Sean Payton come back to New Orleans. He's kind of downplayed it, which you understand, but he's gonna have a curveball or two tonight for this New Orleans defense. And if you guys have not watched, they're struggling to tackle these last 2 or 3 games. It has just been a nightmare. I think they're the worst in the entire NFL as far as missed tackles, and it's really been evident the last 2 weeks. So if there's ever a game for Bo Nix and his skill around him to get on track, you would think this would be a game, even though it's on the road in a tough environment. But I'm fired up to see how Bo plays. And then Spencer Rattler, what an amazing story that kid had. Everybody remembers him at QB1, where he didn't do himself a lot of favors with the way he acted. He goes to Oklahoma. He's a Heisman front runner. And he gets benched because Caleb Williams came onto the scene in the Red River rivalry. And the rest is history. Caleb Williams became Caleb, and everybody knows him in Oklahoma, and then he goes out to SC. And Spencer Rattler goes over to South Carolina to finish his career, ends up getting drafted last year in the 5th round, kind of has a chip on his shoulder, and has had to step in for Derek Carr. Looked good early last week against Tampa, then Todd Bowles decided to crank up the pressure, set an edge to the defense because he was getting outside, kind of break and contain on some bootlegs. His life was really tough in that second half. So
how many?
Again,
Chuck, how many bootlegs? 12. 12. Which direction?
11 of them to the right. Defensive left, to the offensive right, Herbie, and 1 the other way.
Hey, what does that mean, Chuck? You think? What do you think, Vinny?
You're going to get some pressure off that left side.
That was like his first point. He was like, Spencer.
Get a left up. Remember how we used to say, get a left up?
Yeah, always get a left up.
A lot of meanings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator of Denver, his entire point is, listen, he's not real tall. Let's set the edge to the defense, make this kid play from the pocket. And Vance Joseph's defense right now is balling. They're top 5 in almost every category. And the guy that probably doesn't get enough attention is Zach Allen. Kid had a chance to play under JJ early in his career, learned a lot from him, and has kind of kept that style of football going. So 99, a guy to definitely, and ironically, he's on that defense's left side, the side that this kid will be rolling to. And also you got really good outside linebackers, Nick Benito, Jonathan Cooper, Baron Browning's back this week, so they're going to make it tough as they can on Rattler. See if the kid can make plays from the pocket.
It's going to be a great game. What are you guys wearing? We going full tie tonight? What's tonight's kind of dress attire?
I think tie until I'm told otherwise.
Wow.
We were told you make the decision.
Yeah, Al said on this show that you're the one.
No, sir. I heard Al said that he's going to check with me. I find that news to me. I check in with him on all categories.
Yeah,
hotels, halftime food, everything.
Yeah, Al Michaels has it figured out, seemingly.
What's that?
Al seemingly has it figured out.
I think he does. I think that's fair to say. Yeah.
Hotels, he says. The food at halftime. What we're wearing. Al's got this pretty well locked in. Al Michaels is staying at what hotel? The nicest one.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, that is how this goes. Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
But also, I assume with how long he's done all these, that is like a negotiating point early. It's like, hey, what hotel are we in? Because that's a big part of this whole thing, traveling every single week. And then also, what are we eating? No, I'm not eating this.
Yeah.
I'm not eating like Welch's grape.
Yeah, catering from the stadium. I don't think so.
We're not eating hot dogs here.
Po' boys.
What do you want to be?
Po' boys on this trip.
Yeah, it is the greatest steak in town.
I tell you, it's impressive. I tip my cap because, things are different as other games that you do. And the Thursday night game, I don't know. I look forward to halftime every week to see what they have in store behind us.
Al's a dog. Hey, Al, thanks for taking care of our little boy here.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Thanks for taking care of
our sweet Ohio prince.
Thank you for taking care of our boy here. Did he have anything to say about you in the back of a car doing TV?
Oh no, he loved it. He thought it was hilarious.
I thought you pulled it off, brother. I thought you pulled it off, brother.
Good.
I had no idea what was happening. I had no monitor. I didn't even know if I was ever on, if it was working. And then you yelling the whole time, making fun of me was always a lot of fun.
No,
of course.
I didn't make fun of you.
Yeah.
What?
Look at that. It worked. Wiley did it. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, the man holding this camera right here, Wiley, was the one pitching this all week. This is what we're going to do. Not a big deal. Because we all go. So Kirk's leaving. Kirk Herbstreit's leaving game.
I've never left the show like that. It was weird.
And nobody was pumped up about legitimately. No, everybody's like, all right, so Coach Corso not here, obviously. I think he's coming back. I don't know. I'm not going to be the one that's going to say anything about that, but I believe good news. And then Herbie, you're going to leave halfway through the show. Okay, so what the hell? What are we even doing here?
On?
And then Wiley's like, I got it. We're going to use TVU.
He was confident.
We're going to use TVU. I'm going to have 2 cameras. We're going to be in a car. Going to be no problem at all. And I go, Wiley, we do a show every single day. We can't Zoom with people that are sitting in their fucking office. You're telling me you're going to do it in the back of a car? He goes, trust me, we've been using this a long time. Marty McGee used to be in the back of trucks for SportsCenter live hits. Nobody saw him, I guess, but we used to do this all the time. Wiley's been around TV for so long. I'm like, all right, Wiley, if you believe in it this hard, I believe in it this hard. And then the plane we knew was going to be as good as the plane's Wi-Fi, which you guys said the plane's Wi-Fi was good. So the fact that this got pulled off in the entire thing, Wiley, that whole crew, D driving that thing.
Like Dom Toretto,
D had those sweet European shoes on so he could feel the gas pedal and the brake.
Yeah.
We know we got expensive cargo in here. That was awesome.
Someone told D to get 15, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit because I could not hear a thing. Because of the wind that was blowing.
Well, D was trying to move one of those Mercedes Benz. You can buy this Benz right here at this exact time if you need it.
100%.
He looked awesome.
100%.
You guys did amazing. You should be very proud, I think.
Hell yeah.
That whole crew.
Yeah, we pulled it off. It worked. I couldn't believe it.
There was a little
and I guess other than looking like a finger painting in the pics from the plane, other than that, it worked out well.
I felt pretty good about that. You just asked.
Did you have to be in a convertible? Did it have to be in a convertible to work?
That was Wiley's call. By the way, what did she call? What did Caitlin call you on the pic?
Big and Oafy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big and Oafy. I googled Oaf.
You had to look that one up. Right?
I did. I googled Oaf on the way out of there. I'm like,
good things.
Kirk made sure to come back to it a few times, obviously from the plane.
Yeah. So here's the definition of Oafy, just so we all know. Oafy is an adjective. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That means awkward or stupid. Okay.
Come on. say that.
I laughed so hard. That's the actual definition, yeah. Oaf. Here's another one from Merriam-Webster, I guess the fish, as this thing loads here. A stupid person, okay?
Oh, no.
A big, clumsy, slow-witted person.
Whoa.
Second definition.
That's the opposite of you, dude.
That is dead
She's talking shit. I loved it. I loved everything about it, legitimately. But then I never heard big oaf before, and I'm
She's
like,
dead to me.
No, she's good. That's good. We like that she did that.
Charles.
We like that she came in talking shit. That's a lot better than.
And you never met her. You never met her before, or never talked to her after. That was just her way of having fun on the air.
Yeah,
she's a comedian.
And to be clear, I would like to make sure I hammer this home. Whenever I check the definition of what it means in the car, Gumpy can attest to this. I'm in there with Brosio and Gumpy, and we're on our way to the FBO. I laughed so hard when I read it. I'm like, this lady's awesome because she just came in. Talked massive shit. She also promoted her primetime show in the middle of one of her answers. I was a big fan, actually.
That was impressive. She did a good job.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
There's been some good guest pickers.
Great, yeah.
I
mean, there's one that stands above them all.
Who? Miss Terry?
Seamus.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were going to say Miss Terry.
Well, of course.
but
Seamus.
That goes without saying.
Who do we have this week?
I think, don't you?
Golfer, right?
Well, he is.
Faldo's coming back?
He's also
Faldo was in Montana.
You got that ball again?
The golfer running for president,
Holy
right?
shit,
Tiger?
Faldo's back.
It's not Faldo. Okay,
Tiger?
No, I don't know.
Sandman? I think it's Scotty Scheffler.
Really?
Lightning rod.
Scoot?
Oh my God!
Wow, that's great.
I can't believe
And then one of the funniest humans on the planet is going to join us for your kick. Your kicking.
Really?
No way.
Who's that?
Who?
You know who that is?
No.
D? Is that D?
What up, D?
Chris Angel.
D, maybe. D might be out there. One of the
Will
funniest.
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell was funny thing. There was a chance Will Ferrell was going to be on game day.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Who
I was just texting with him yesterday. He's going to be on.
Yeah.
It's be Michael.
He's going to be on the kick segment.
He's a weapon. So what I was hoping,
I think he got the game ball at the Brady roast.
Yeah, and plenty of other evenings as well.
Yeah.
But I was thinking maybe for that field goal kicking contest, we just have, obviously getting Tony is sweet, and then have Ari, and then try to get Shane there, and then I just sit there and then have multiple people come up and kick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't know if that's great morning television, but I would laugh. I
think it is.
I would find it amazing, and it would be an honor. But I believe Shane Gillis is selling out Wells Fargo Arena out there in Philadelphia.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Congrats to him. That's home.
Hell yeah.
This weekend?
Yeah, that's home out there. So congrats to him. But yeah, Tony will be awesome. Austin's going to be alive, brother. There's a lot of shit happening down there. A lot of shit.
God.
So much stuff.
Yeah.
When are you getting
F1's all weekend, right? The big race Sunday?
I'm sure it's a huge race, Kirk. Yeah, the big
race. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. I apologize, but it is in Austin.
So I think what they do is Austin has multiple lanes.
Thank God.
Yeah, but I think they shut it down to one lane.
Make it more boring.
Drive single file the whole time.
Yeah, the G1 drivers.
Yep.
And it's whoever can make it. Whoever can make it past all the live music without being distracted.
Sure. Yep.
I think you win.
Nice. That's cool.
Connor, you don't like the F1?
I'd put it up there with some of the worst things I've ever watched. I've seen some bad shit, Kirk.
This is what happened, Kirk.
Really?
This is what happened, Kirk. Darius Butler watched the Netflix thing. Okay? Darius Butler becomes big F1 fan. He knows racing now.
Yeah.
I'm in Indianapolis. I've been in Indianapolis for a while. There happens to be the greatest race that happens here every single year. We know some of the drivers. We know some of the entire thing. So Darius starts selling us on this F1 G1 thing. So we buy in and we go, okay, Indy 500 day. We're going to start with G1. They're over there in Monaco.
That's their Super Bowl.
That's their big one.
That's what it's sold as.
It's a big one. It's a big one. And then we're going to watch the Indy 500, immediately afterwards because we have friends there and friends racing in it. Let me tell you what, that Monaco race shouldn't even be called a race. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever watched. Fell asleep in the middle of it. They're just going single file, one by one, around the turn. Who's the fastest now? That's them. It was so boring. Hey, turn on the Indy 500, and we got guys that we know, American drivers, we know, going back. upside down, flipping the car 4 wide, going through turn 1. It's like, what are we even talking about here? What are we even talking about?
If you threw an Indy 500 driver in there with the F1, how would that go?
So we've asked that question, and they've said we would.
I don't know.
Blowout.
I don't know.
They won't do it.
Yeah, the F1s won't let them in, I believe. And that's
they got the guy too. To be fair,
who would blow? You said a blowout. Who would blow who out?
So Max Vanderstappen is the only one that wins with G1. He is, from my understanding.
He's a weapon.
Max Vanderstappen.
But it's not because he's got the best
a couple
car.
times this year.
Yeah, because he got a new engineer. I guess his engineer left.
Right.
Red Bull engineer left, which is a big part of racing as a whole, you know, the engineers and how the cars are built and everything like that, which once again leads to why G1 stinks, because their cars are too wide, it's too big. Indy cars are big, but they have enough nimbility to be able to race each other. And then NASCAR, they're actually...
rubbing back.
We're actually...
Yeah, rubbing.
We're nose diving down there.
paint. Yeah.
So the racing that I learned upon is like actual racing, you know. So then when I watch F1, G1, I just go like, okay.
What's G1?
I think
That's
we're
his
talking
way
about the
to
same
make
thing.
fun of F1
No.
Herbie.
No, it's one better.
Superior product, actually.
Yeah.
What's the
I
seventh
fell
letter?
right in on that. I fell right in on that.
What's the seventh letter of the alphabet? I'm a G. Okay? Just know that.
It's respect.
Last racing question. How much of it is the driver? How much of it is the car or the team switching all the tires and all the pit crew?
That's all racing, brother.
It's a team.
Yeah, it's a team. But you got to have a driver that's willing to go.
That's right.
You got to have a driver that's willing to go. Because there's
So would you rather have a better car and an average driver, or a great driver and an average car?
I think great driver, average car, never going to be able to consistently win, especially whenever on like the big tracks, I believe, where it needs to go. We could win some of the actual racing ones, but I think if you have a great car, that can make an average driver a great driver. I think, from what I've been told.
100%.
From what I've been told.
What about a driver who just complains about his car all the time?
Who?
Just in general, would you like that?
I was just gonna say all you really need is KY.
Couldn't even.
I was gonna say
Kyle Busch.
If you can find anyone even, you know, 100th as good as fucking the Intimidator,
Senior.
Wow.
then guess what? You give him put him in a cardboard box with 4 wheels, and he's winning that race.
Ain't possible.
I agree.
Amen.
I don't know if they make them like
Hey,
that.
Todd,
anymore.
welcome home, kid.
Hey, thank you,
welcome home.
Kirk.
Congratulations. We missed you on the show. Great to see you back.
Thank you. It's good to see you as well, Kirk. Thank you very much.
Speaking of, season is rolling along. Connor has a question about you.
Yeah, Kirk, about a third of the way through here, going into week 7. How's the body feeling? How's the voice feeling? I see, looks like you might have lost your razor, which I'm sure Al might not love tonight, but how are you feeling as we get ready to head into week 7?
I feel great. I'm in New Orleans, and Ben's back with me.
Atta baby,
Benji.
Wow.
There's the. I think that's the Mississippi out there.
Yep. Sure. That's the Delta.
Delta.
SSIS.
Down the Delta. Feel great, Connor. I appreciate you asking. And that's always. I had a nasty head cold, like I think everybody did the last couple weeks, but feeling good right now.
Did you? I didn't notice. You played it off well.
Yeah, played it off, coughing it up, spitting it out.
Hell yeah.
Do you use nasal stuff? What do you do?
I do Dayquil, NyQuil, the stuff you shoot up the nose. I do that.
Flonase.
Yeah.
Or Flonase.
One of those. Yeah. One of those.
I can't do it. I can't time up the.
You can't do that?
Don't you got the spray?
Yeah. Well, that's for my voice.
Oh.
That's for my Broadway voice.
Yeah, I have that.
The greenie spray.
Yeah, the Broadway.
Yeah.
You guys had Greenie on yesterday? You guys breaking the Jets?
He was
down?
great.
Yeah.
Hey, it was great, wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
dancing. Did you see him? He was dancing.
Doing some of these.
What do you think about the trades? Some explosive moves made in the NFL.
I loved how Devontae Adams got introduced to the world as a New York Jet. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, just kind of poking his head in. Very high.
He's just kind of like, come on in.
High quality camera, too.
Yeah, top tier.
That was like an 8K camera.
How about Amari Cooper? Amari Cooper going over to my Buffalo Bills squad. I'm kind of excited about that.
My Buffalo Bills. What are we doing
Thought
here?
you were a Bengal, brother.
Yeah.
I'm truly just a kind of fan of the individual players that I cover in college, but I'm, I guess, technically a Bengals fan. I love Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. But I did the Bills like week 2 or 3 and just kind of liked the energy of that team. And I think they got a legit shot this year. You boys better look out for them.
Okay, how about the Bengals?
All right, Herbie.
How about the Bengals?
What is that?
Bengals
Stick with
are about
the
to catch
Bengals.
fire. Bengals are about to catch fire. They're about to be 5-4. I think they're going to get on a little run here.
Same with the Colts. You know it. Let's go back to some
How the Colts doing? Have you guys figured out the quarterback situation?
AR's playing. What are we talking about? He's gonna dominate.
Oh, that's it? He's back? They announced that this week?
I don't think so. It seems like it's alluding to. Like it is alluding to him playing. It seems like he's 100% healthy. And then there was a statement that if he is 100% healthy, he's going to play. Then there was an announcement made that he was 100% healthy. So I think AR's playing. Joe Flacco will be backing him up. And AR gets an opportunity here for a couple weeks to watch Joey Flacco operate in this exact offense. He's going to come back out. He's going to be good. There's going to be some times where things happen, but that's the explosivity of that type of player.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
There's a chance it's going to come. Joey Flacco, once again, though, in a situation where he is better than a lot of quarterbacks that will be playing on Sunday.
Yeah.
And he finds himself backing up, but he seems to be the perfect guy for it. And we're lucky for that. We're very lucky for
It's early, too. You know, you want Flack when the pressure's the highest. Right now, it's week 7. You know, when it's week 14, 15, and you guys are...
No, we want AR. What are we talking about?
I'm just saying if it's needed, you want him later.
Good backup plan.
You want Joey Flack.
Connor, I know you guys enjoyed Jameis Winston in Cleveland, but I'm still shocked that Cleveland let Joe Flacco out of the building with everything that they're dealing with Deshaun Watson.
Well, as a human, you understand why they did it, though.
Cleveland? Why Cleveland did?
Yeah. Just as a human who understands that humans have egos and prides and all that type of stuff. The owner.
I don't know, dude. Joe Flacco, man. That's in this day and age, having a backup quarterback that's a nice, just in case, whether it's an injury or lack of production.
Yeah.
Well, what a commodity to have.
On Madden, okay, that makes sense. But in reality here where I live, okay, and everybody else lives,
right.
That owner put $230 million guaranteed into somebody's pockets, and there's no way he wants the fans of the team that he owns to be chanting for the guy that is backing up the $230 million guy. So I believe that decision was probably made all the way at the top, brother, with whether or not they were going to offer Joe Flacco. I don't love it. I think what you're saying is 100% accurate and how it should be, but that's definitely how that went down. I would assume.
Yes.
You know, I don't want to put anything on it. That's definitely the case, though. Chuck, you've been around the NFL a lot longer than me. That is definitely what happened there?
100%. And they're going to have the same issue here. If they put AR back in and he struggles, and then they go back to Flacco, or they don't, and then the fans start chanting Flacco, you got the same problem.
Oh,
That's
no,
why
the
they
disflaction.
Yeah.
No. He's a disflaction.
No.
Oh, no. But for a good reason.
It's a really good distraction.
Yeah.
Disflaction.
Disflaction.
I mean, are we for the shoe or not?
For the shoe.
It's my team.
What?
Kirk know about him? Kirk know DeFlo?
Hey.
Yes, he knows.
What's that?
He don't have the flow no more.
You know DeFlo, the Colts super fan that puts out these awesome videos every week?
Don't know
so you guys
anything
think
about
he's
it.
not national like we think, guys.
I don't know who that is.
We know Kirk knows. He is in.
I don't, dude. I have no idea.
It's a good play,
Gotta
Kirk.
let people know
Good play.
Come on.
AJ, what's your problem? Maybe there's no concept lost his flow.
Okay,
Dude, I got nothing for you. I have no idea. I know Big Nut. I know who that guy is. That's all I know.
Big Nut?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was
Yeah.
He's Fit Nut now. I saw him this weekend. He's looking good.
Jack Nut.
Yeah.
No, Fit Nut, not Jack Nut yet. We're on a transition to Jack. Here is the flow. He is a Colts super fan. He makes a remix to a Christian song every single week, and I'll tell you what, has had a few bangers. A couple that people say not as good, but he is passionate and he is for the shoe. Nobody can doubt that.
Make sure you see the end, Kirk.
We would go on to win this game.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Titans. Let's show them that we'll horseshoe them up. Yes. This is our
That's
team.
a tough one. I didn't see that
Go
one.
Colts.
And then, hell yeah.
Bangers.
That's what we're talking about, Kirk.
National.
You paying that guy to do just for entertainment purposes?
I don't know how much money he's making. I don't know if I can afford him. To be clear,
No. Is that part of your show?
It should. No. Once again, I don't. That is owned by DeFlo.
Yeah.
That is, and we are very lucky for that. But let's pivot away from DeFlo and let's pivot right into the fact that the Colts are about to win the Super Bowl. Herbstreit, have you thought about that yet? In West Virginia, still can win the Big 12. Have you thought about that yet, Herbie? Have you thought about either of those things?
Hey, what's West Virginia's conference record? They're right where they want to be, kid.
Thank you. 2-1, I believe.
And they're having fun.
Having fun.
So much fun,
A lot of fun.
Iowa State stumbled in there, I think, at night. Might have gotten out of there with a win, though.
Yeah,
it's hard to do.
Yeah, but Kansas State's coming to town. They're going to have to pay for that. So that's not. That's obviously something that you're going to have to figure out.
Boy, look at that, will you? Look at that.
Yeah, it's good.
Look at these games.
Nebraska IU down in Bloomington. Obviously, we just had.
Oh, that's hyped. Nebraska, Indiana.
It's hyped.
It is. It is. That's a
Michigan,
huge.
Illinois is a good one.
Oh. Go ahead.
Not to mention the obvious: the Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee,
and
come on,
West Virginia hosting K-State.
Boom.
Thank you.
They're only 3-point dogs.
I mean, the Battle of Seamus, Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. It's
true.
Yeah, and then Miami, Louisville. Here we go. A lot on the line.
Who's Jameis for this week?
It's a good question.
He's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He's Notre Dame.
Well, do we know that?
Fighting Irish, yeah. I think he's. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe he changed over a few weeks.
Went to 4 Georgia Tech games. They were wheeling him out there like a mascot.
He was speaking to the team, too. But
He was the face of the program after the trip to Ireland when they upset Florida State.
Yeah, as he should have been. Anybody would like Seamus to be the face of the program.
Amen.
I mean, that's certainly a combo. But I think
Florida State, they lost that one, and they had a bye last week. They get back playing this week, I think.
You want to talk about Florida State? Anything else?
No.
Okay.
No.
They're in tough at Duke this weekend. You don't want to go to Duke.
Oh, especially with.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Malik Murphy's quarterback down there at Duke.
Oh, yeah.
He can spin it. I mean, that guy can play ball. Now, which takes us to Texas, where he was at. Tone has a question for you, Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk.
Tone, who's your quarterback?
What do you mean?
Who's your quarterback right now?
Russell Wilson. Okay. We're behind him the whole time.
Interesting.
Well,
another interesting situation.
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
What do you mean interesting? What are you talking about?
What are they, 4-2?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Doing
what's
okay.
What's the enemy of great?
Complacency. I don't know.
Well, good.
Close, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Good is the enemy of great. That's what they say. That's what the stat is. That's how all of Pittsburgh is kind of thinking
Don't
behind this
confuse the
decision.
two.
Yeah, can't. When you're here, you're trying to get here.
That's right.
Sometimes when you're here, you think you're here.
What happens if you throw a pick or there's a couple 3-and-outs?
Oh, it looks like we're going to stay right
Get
here.
him out.
We're going to stay right here. We're going to stay right here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be good. Now let's talk about great. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tone. Sorry, bud.
No. All good. Herbie, hands up. Last week, I thought Ohio State was going to go into Eugene. I thought they're going to blow the doors off them. And I was wrong because Ohio State hadn't played anybody. They were the number one defense. What?
Oh, you had no faith in Dan Lanning?
No.
He's smarter than football.
I love Dan Lanning.
12 men on the field.
Had to change the rules because he's so smart.
That's
Got a rule change.
Coach can only do so much. There's 22 guys on the field. And this early in the week, I thought the same thing about Texas. Number one team, number one defense coming in. But then I started thinking this might be the same movie with different characters because also Texas hasn't played anybody yet. The best offense they played is
Michigan.
Oklahoma that stinks. That team stinks.
Jeez.
And just like Oregon, Georgia, they had some hiccups, but they're still Georgia. What do you think about this week's game?
Well, first of all, the Ohio State-Oregon game was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so many big plays. You got to give Oregon all the credit. I know a lot of the 12 men on the field is getting a lot of attention, but Dylan Gabriel ball, the receivers against that veteran Ohio State secondary, that to me was a big part of why they were able to get out there creating all those explosives. So took advantage of Austin Stadium. I'm sure Ohio State players looked at that because they're used to the Big Ten with 100,000 people in the crowd. Looked at whatever that is, 55,000, and thought this isn't a big stadium, but it's deafening. For whatever reason, Austin's is loud, pound for pound, as loud of a stadium as there is in the country. And that really helped them win that game. So give them all the credit. I'm sure those two teams will meet again, whether it's Indy or the postseason.
Oh.
And by the way, Will Howard.
Awesome, yeah.
Yes.
Will Howard taking shit from Ohio State fans. Again, it's that vocal 10 to 12, 15%. AJ knows what I'm talking about. They're an embarrassment to the fan base. So, Will Howard, they took off and scrambled there. Time got away from him. It's amazing. Kid, I thought, played pretty well considering the environment he played in. Will Howard will have another opportunity and another chance to play. I thought so far he's playing really good, doing a really good job of playing quarterback for Ohio State. As far as this week, Georgia's been tested. They lost that game at Tuscaloosa. There's no reason to believe that they can't rally and kind of they've been backed into a corner a little bit. I don't know how good Texas is myself. I think they're good. I think Sark has built this team for the last 3 years to be ready for the SEC. Last week, they went up against a very good Oklahoma defense and wore them down with Oklahoma having nothing on their own offense. But I think this will be a hell of a game. I really do. I think it's going to be another one of those marquee matchups that lives up to the hype. And really, which quarterback is going to avoid those turnovers will probably be the team that wins it. But it's not going to be a blowout one way or the other.
That's an interesting take. Which team is calloused more? Feels like Oregon was potentially in those close games. Had a couple dogfights early, even against Idaho and Boise State. And then against Oregon State, who's a fine institution.
Yeah,
of
course.
I got caught up in a moment in trees up there.
Yeah, you did.
They are a fine institution. They had games where they had to battle and fight. In Ohio State, they now have one under the belt. And you talked about them meeting again in Indy. That's awesome news.
Yeah, holy shit.
This Big Ten Conference championship here in Indianapolis just all of a sudden becomes like much
huge.
Bummed Iowa won't be there.
Yeah,
but
let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Okay, Hawks looking pretty good.
Okay. Iowa's offense has a pulse. They're doing a nice job.
Caleb Johnson, he's not getting any credit because Ashton Genty's been unbelievable, but he's the second leading rusher.
Second in the nation, right?
Yeah.
In rushing? Yeah. Having a great year.
No, how come that's not being talked about?
Well, because Cade McNamara still stinks. And
That's not
he's
true.
going to play
for 100.
He sucks.
He threw for 100
and he's going to play the rest of the year.
Herbie, while you were giving that Georgia-Texas answer, there was that train coming down the track. It's almost like, what's that coming down the track?
Train in the
Is that the meme machine?
Of the
Okay. Al Michaels staying on the tracks?
Son of a buck.
Son of a buck. That thing's right outside, pal.
Yeah, I'm going to have to shut this. I'm enjoying this breeze. It's actually kind of cool down here on the Delta.
They muted your buck there on ESPN. Dick Good got you there. He quick triggered you. Yeah. Herbstreit's not going to say anything.
No, he wouldn't.
He says, son of a buck.
Yeah.
Speaking of a buck, if you got a few and you got a feeling what's going to happen tonight, why not gamble with ESPN bet?
You should.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of different
Who's
odds.
favored in this game?
Broncos by 3.
Drew Brees being honored. Halftime. Got the chant. Never know.
1, 2, win.
For you.
3, 4, win.
4.
5, 6, win.
For kids.
7, 8, win.
Again.
9, 10, win.
Again.
And again.
Again.
And again.
Again.
See you tomorrow.
Again.
Goodbye. That's how the show ended on ESPN. So bad.
That's good. That's what it's going to be like in the stadium tonight.
Nailed it.
Well, that and the
Did you nail it?
30-second Pizza Hut moment of silence, maybe almost a minute. That was good, too.
I was thinking about legitimately sitting for 10 minutes straight, just completely silent.
It was so rad.
That was
Awesome.
I know, but then I thought to myself, there's so many people that are going to miss out on the beginning of this thing that they're going to have no idea what's going on.
But
So it was a real debate. Kirk, we're going to do. We're basically just going to wait until 3 p.m. starting about 1:05 for the Pizza Hut delivery to get here, and we're just going to go completely silent. And I only made it about 45 seconds to a minute, and I had to pull the trigger. But Pizza Hut is an hour and 5 minutes away.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Could always bottom bar during those and use our whiteboards.
Oh yeah, just kind of talk.
Something to think about for the next time.
True.
Yeah. Herbie, do you know we got Pizza Hut coming in an hour and wait?
I'll be dialed in. I can't wait to watch. Save me a piece. Nobody out pizzas a Hut.
Hour and 4 minutes. You're right.
Well said, Herbie.
You said it.
Golly.
That's why you're the best in the biz.
We're talking hand toss, original pan, thin.
You going deep dish? You going with the deep one? The deep.
You're talking about the hand toss or original pan? Which one are you talking about?
Hand toss.
Hand toss is not that bad. Original pan, very good as well. Yeah. I am a thin crust guy myself, but I will dabble with Pizza Hut's thicker crust because what they put in there.
Yeah.
Dude, I grew up on Pizza Hut. Remember, AJ, in the old days, you go into Pizza Hut, the checkerboard tablecloth. Great. I love
God.
pizza.
And the cups, the red cups.
Yep. Big red cups. You
Big
get
red
Pepsi in
cup.
the big red cups.
Cream soda. I'd go cream soda on them.
Oh, really?
Sicko.
Yeah.
With
good.
what? Pepperoni pizza?
So sick.
Pepperoni pizza. Very simple. I kind of grew into banana peppers when I got older, but when I was young, it was either cheese or just pepperoni.
I know people are going to attack me, and I don't care. Okay? How about that?
Okay.
Go on.
You're not going pineapple, are you?
I will. I'll tell you what. Pineapple with pepperoni.
Ham.
On a thin crust. Ooh, you can add in the ham if you want to go full on
Hawaiian
pizza, whatever.
style.
But I go over to Hawaii, I have massive respect for the people. I try one of the pizzas that they brought out for lunch. Pineapple was on there. I go, I'm not doing this. Oos looks at me and goes, try it, Oos. And I'll tell you what, it is like a perfect little herring with pepperoni on top of it.
Curveball.
Yeah, people hate that, though. You don't put pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, they get upset. They get very emotional about that.
It's not my number one, okay? I am a pepperoni guy. But if
Are you straight up pepperoni? That's your call?
Yeah, I would like extra pepperoni too, and I like them crispy. I like the pepperoni
Yeah.
extra and crispy, and also not a lot of sauce. I'd rather cheese than sauce.
Wow.
Oh, no.
I need sauce. I need extra sauce.
You like meatball subs?
Love meatball sauce.
Yeah, see, you just like sloppy.
Amen.
Hell yeah, Herbie.
You get it, man. You get it.
You like extra sloppy food. I get it. The sauce.
I
hot as
like
shit.
sauce.
Yeah,
I
let
love
it
sauce.
explode all in my mouth. Yeah, when you bite through there and get all over and burn you. Yeah, I like
Same with barbecue. When I have barbecue, I love tons of sauce.
lather it up with some barbecue.
Lather it up.
Yeah. How about wings? All wings?
I like boneless wings, then just tons of sauce to dip it into.
Chicken nuggets.
Really hot. Really as hot as you can make the sauce.
Really? Like blazing
Yeah.
at Buffalo Wild Wings you'd go with?
Yeah.
Saucing and
Yep.
tossing.
Yep.
Saucing,
Me and Gump. We do.
tossing for you.
I don't know if Gump
AJ, you don't ever have wings, do you? You never had a wing, have you?
Oh no, I enjoy wings. Do you call them? What do you, Pat? You call them flats if they're not the drumsticks? You call them flats.
Flats and wings.
I never heard that, Kirk, until
flats
they
and
said that.
drums.
I like the drumsticks.
Me too.
I like drumsticks.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a drums guy. That's another thing I like crispy, but with sauce.
Sure.
I don't do the chicken nuggets. Like the boneless. I'll put.
Oh, you don't like the nuggets?
I do like nuggets. Everybody likes nuggets, but I'll go ketchup and hot sauce mixed, hot sauce.
Ooh. Nice.
For the boneless there. I don't want it on top of my
Little
nug.
ranch.
No, you dress it yourself.
Yeah, you dip nugs. Boneless wings are nuggets.
Yeah, dry rub.
You dip not even.
No, just plain, and then you dress it on your own.
Okay.
Because you're just ordering chicken nuggets.
Just normal nugs then.
Just give me nugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why did they become boneless wings? Kirk, this had to happen in your lifetime, I guess. They go from chicken nuggets to boneless wings. What happened?
Probably one man we can point to.
Easier to eat.
Yeah, I think so. I think I think there's a difference between a boneless wing and a nugget.
A nugget's shaped like a dinosaur, and the boneless wing is round.
Shaped like a
But
ball.
I think the quality of it tastes different.
What type of chicken?
The fuck?
I don't know. Like if you go to what are your wings places in Indy? What are the names of your places?
There's Ale Emporium, got great wings.
top notch.
Top notch. That's great. That's
Is that like the top?
Yeah.
That's the top spot.
Yeah, BW3s.
Yeah, that exists.
Naturally.
That exists.
Applebee's, Pizza Hut.
Applebee's going. Pizza Hut's wings are the number one.
Hut's number one.
The Hut wings are. Those are the wings I eat on the most common.
Yeah.
Well, that's obvious. I was just saying. Besides Pizza Hut, I didn't know if anybody was close to their level.
No, now that we start listening, nobody is.
No, definitely not.
And that's because
nobody,
dude.
Nobody outpizzas the Hut.
Or
Nobody
wings.
outwings the Hut either, really.
Which is crazy to think of.
I know.
Or breadstick.
No one outbread and no one
their breadsticks marinara is
Yeah,
off
so
the
good.
charts.
No one out.
no one out.
Bazookies.
Yeah, no one out desserts the Hut either.
Oh yeah, because they get the centipede. Breaking news:
Okay.
the boneless wing was created by BW3s.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Figured.
Okay.
Was it Guy Fieri?
I don't know if it was Guy.
By way
How'd you say that?
It's his name.
Yeah, what?
So why do you hate
What'd he say?
Italian people? What's that all about?
I don't. I just like how he said it.
All right, Kirk. Sorry for taking up so much time of your day. You got to work later. You got to work.
No problem. You'll be asleep by the first quarter. It's all good. I'll fill you in tomorrow in the meeting.
Me? That was rude. That's almost as bad.
Who
as calling-
stays up and watches games besides Coach on Thursday night?
Coach? What are we talking about? Coach is traveling. He's in the sky. He don't even get to see him.
And
He's
I'm watching.
He's watching.
And I'm watching.
Coach Pagano, he watches. He's a football guy. He watches.
He's flying to boys. Let's not get crazy. The time is also on his side. There. So
80
let's-
years old. He goes to bed at 8:30.
Yeah, he gets his oval team and then he
Tuckered
fucking
out.
watches the game.
Yeah,
It's called a
The
novelty.
team's good.
It's called
Guy's
a
a
novelty.
football junkie. He's watching football. Trust me.
Amen. Thank you.
I know he is.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
You guys, what do you guys do in the mornings? You guys do anything? What do you guys wake up, get your coffee?
Who's you guys?
What do you mean, you guys?
I'm talking to you and Herbie.
Yous guys?
I'm talking to you and Herbie, yous guys. Because I'll tell you what, I was never this guy before. Watching the game in the morning, not bad.
It's great.
Fast forward right through all those.
Sure.
That thing is going quick. I still keep the sound on, obviously, because I need to hear Kirk Herbstreit.
Right.
And Al Michaels.
Yeah.
But this does feel early. Early indications are saying this one is certainly a morning watch game. In my
I'm going to text your ass all night. Make sure you're up. You're staying up for the game.
Don't do that because sometimes I feel obligated to read it and I feel obligated to watch. And then all of a sudden a good play happens, which is going to happen tonight. Spencer Rattler's going to do something dazzling.
It's fun. Couple rookie quarterbacks.
Jake Hayner.
See who the last man standing is tonight.
If Hayner makes an appearance,
look out.
We know there's going to be some action.
He's a lightning rod.
He might throw that thing left-handed. He's Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Mixed with a little bit of Baker, a little bit of Baker Mayfield.
Little Mahomes in him, too.
He does have a little Mahomes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy.
Hey, Herbie, tonight, all the bootlegs, right?
Yep.
All the crossing routes, right?
Yep.
What did they fail to do last week that they're going to do tonight to this Denver defense? Good question. Big play down the field.
I talked to Clint Kubiak this morning about it. I mean, it's not a news flash that they want to get outside with their outside zone game, and they want to get the quarterback out on the edge with boots. I mean, it's obvious that Clint knows, that Vance knows that that's who they are. But I think it comes down to execution. You know, the other thing to keep this in mind, Coach, the offensive tackles, you got a rookie at left tackle, the kid out of Oregon State, Fuaga.
Great place.
And then you got and then you got Trevor Penning, who's kind of been okay at right tackle, and they are third worst in the entire NFL in pressures.
Did you know that?
They've given up as offensive tackles? So
you knew that.
They're missing Ruiz. I mean, they're missing people.
Ruiz.
Yeah. And by the way, their center's been there 13 days. They got him off the New York Jets practice squad. He's been there 13 days, guys.
So what do you think? What are you saying to that entire situation right there?
Well, what I was thinking, Herbie, was all those boots, right? Coming to the right, coming to the right, coming to the right, and all the crossing routes right in his vision is pull that thing up, fake the little 7 back to the post, try to steal a play.
Throwback.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That'd be
I don't know who they're going to do it with.
Well, Vance Joseph, who's plays a ton man, he plays as much man as anybody. Will he play man against a rookie, or does he play more zone and make him have to work through his progressions, make it tougher on him?
I think he sends 5 at least on this guy all the time and play tight man coverage and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah.
That's second half last week.
And Tile of this, Riley Moss.
Oh, yeah. He's going to have a big night, I think.
He is a freak.
Yeah.
This kid, now, Sertan's down because
the original
of the
white
concussion.
cornerback from Iowa.
The original what?
Riley Moss.
Yeah.
Riley Moss is a freak. He's opposite of Sertan. Tonight he'll 21. Keep an eye on him. He's a athletic dude, 39-inch vertical, 4.45.
Hey, dance.
Freaky athlete.
Oh, yeah.
And I would argue that the way he and Sertan are playing together, maybe as good a tandem as there is right now in the league. He's playing really well.
Awesome.
Pat's out, so it'll be Wallace and McMillan, right?
And,
the other two corners.
Yep. Yeah, Wallace will be outside. McMillan will be in the slot.
He might play with a bowling ball in his lower lip, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Grit.
Really?
Toughness. Yeah.
Old school.
Mouthpiece in front?
I don't know.
From Des Moines.
Yeah, well, yeah. From Des Moines. He didn't go to Des Moines, but he is from Des Moines. He's a dog.
Where'd he go?
Came in as a walk-on, earned a scholarship after his freshman year.
He went to Iowa.
So much
He's
better
one
than
of Kirk's
Cooper.
dogs.
Whoa.
Are you sure? Because Coop DeJean had a pretty good week last week, old man.
Guys only played for 5
See how they
games.
pick on me, Herbie? Old man.
Yeah.
Old man.
I know. I tell you, you're
Jesus
punching back.
Christ.
No, you're not, Coach. You're a winner. He's 5-1 against the spread Thursday nights, Kirk.
I know, man. I see it.
Okay.
I see it every week.
He's 5-1. We'll see what he does this week. He even had a little bone. Look at this guy.
Oh.
I love it. I love it.
All right, Kirk, good luck tonight. We can't wait to watch all 4 quarters, maybe even overtime if we need it.
I'll be texting. All right, boys. Have a great day. Love you guys.
I'll be texting back. We love you too, man. See you down in Austin.
See you,
Good night, Herbie.
Let's get to a break. He always sends so many texts. Wow. Those Thursday night games, you know?
That's awesome.
And like 4:30, 4:45 a.m. comes around. And I'm like up because I fell asleep much earlier than I ever have in my entire life. And I look at it, and I go, well, this game must be something. I cracked the game open, finished the rest of it. It's like, then I sent a text back, wow. He's always like, what's your problem? I'm like, there's no way I made it through last night, brother. Because the first and second quarter for some of these Thursday night games have been, they have been a little slow. They've been a little slow.
You figure out how to flex on Thursday. I don't know how they do it. Got to figure it out.
But third, fourth quarter, they become they become games.
A lot of those prime times.
And
That's
this
kind
is
of the
a slow
story.
starting team. Denver's typically a slow starting team.
I'm powering through tonight. Powering through tonight. It's week 7.
You got
why not?
Let's get to a break. On the other side, Chuck will give us his pick. He's 5-1 against the spread. This is actually a pretty valuable segment coming up.
Yeah,
Seemingly.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, this guy's record over the last 2 years. So what is it? He would be 16-4 or 5-1 or something.
Yeah.
16-5-1 last year and this year, picking against the spread Thursday Night Football.
Shop.
Isn't that insane? And then he's doing this shit now this year.
You know who you have, Chuck? You know, are you locked in right now already?
Yeah.
It's not the day.
Who told you to do that?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
They stink.
Because he even gave a bonus.
You got it.
You got to put your hand straight out.
Yeah,
No, you got it.
it's like
You got it.
You're like,
you're keeping him away.
That's how old men do it. So
a
quit
little
beating your gum.
Okay. Got it. Need a little Cialis on that thing.
straight out.
All right, we're back on the other side with Coach Pagano's pick. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. Take 5.
We have an opportunity to give away $75,000 to a kid named Daniel Villasenor.
Absolutely.
You're a sophomore, correct?
Yeah.
What is your major?
Civil engineering.
Okay, so what's that mean? What is civil engineering?
I don't really know.
Have you ever kicked a ball before?
I have.
When? Were you a soccer player?
Soccer player, yeah.
Okay, how were you at kicking soccer balls? Pretty good?
I was okay. I was good.
Have you ever said anything negative about football kickers?
Maybe once or twice.
Daniel! Damn, Daniel! We don't need that. You make a field goal here from 33 yards uphill. You're the civil engineer. You'd have to tell me, I think it's about a 40-yard kick. If you're able to do that, we will give you $75,000.
All right.
He's got no laces.
Yeah, what do we got going here? Can we get a shot of shoes?
What time?
Hey, a shot of the shoes.
Daniel showed up in his Vans with no laces.
He's got
What time did
Vans.
you get here for this?
About 11:40 last night.
You need a lot of power.
Good luck, Daniel.
I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it.
Wait a second. Just like everything this morning, that was a surprise. We did not expect that.
Let's go. We got to do one more shot.
One more kick for $100,000.
You got this, dude.
Let's go. How about this, Daniel? How about this, Daniel? Not only is this one for $100,000, if you make it, we'll add another $100,000 to the $500,000 donation we're about to make from College Game Day to the hurricane relief. It could be $600,000 if you make this, with $100,000 going into your pocket. Daniel, this is bigger than you. Let's make a kick, bro.
Way to overcome the shoes here. That was a heck of an effort. Come on, you got this.
In Berkeley, California.
You got it.
Oh! Proud of you, buddy. Hell yeah.
Great job.
Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. All right.
What just happened?
Are you kidding me?
It's fun, man. 11:40 he was there. I know.
$600,000 to hurricane relief. $100,000 to Daniel. What a morning in Berkeley. Way to go, Daniel. If you're the NCAA and you're sitting in that stupid office in Indianapolis where we happen to live, it's a great city. It's a great town. And there's a dumb institution that is ruling over college football. Because if you don't want these people dancing... Celebration, bitches. Kurt's ignited.
Do we like the NCAA? Do we like Pat? Do we love the Dukes? I wish when I was asked, like, why did you punt? I could say my subcommittee recommended I punt. Talk your shit. This guy's hot. This guy's hot.
We'll see you in the next hour. I say today, we take a stand against the NCAA. Let them bowl.
Let them bowl. Amen.
Rest in peace, Dale. Moment of silence for Dale Earnhardt. Moment has passed. Thank you, Dale. This one's for 3. AJ Hawk, $5,000. This has been one of the coolest moments of my entire professional life. JMU! Thank you so much for the hospitality. JMU! You understand quickly that there's idiots making decisions in every single place that you would never guess idiots would be making decisions. You don't think bowl season deserves to have this situation cooking behind it? College football's better because JMU's football is crushing. College is better because what their football team is doing. The community is better. And the NCAA, yet again, adds to their long list of decisions. Look at that scene, bro, in the hills of Virginia. You know what? To hell with all of them. James Madison, right here. Right here. And that chef looks damn good. I'd eat that guy's meat any day of the week. If you're able to bury this 33-yard field goal, kicking is easy is what you have said to kickers before. Others have on the internet. Now, 90 racks on the line. We believe. Oh! Killed a kid! Killed a kid! Our worst kid yet! 100 racks of charity. This dog stinks! And that's that the JMU are going to crush App State. They would crush anybody this weekend, especially in this city with how dumb the NCAA is. Let them bowl and let the boys dominate today.
In my Constitution, I have the First Amendment right to free speech. Pat has the Second Amendment right to take its sleeves off and show the bare arms all the time. But I'm saying, if we are so lucky to go undefeated this year, and we end up winning in a bowl game, if we get in, I'm going to use my First Amendment to declare the JMU Dukes national champions. Like UCF. I'm just going to say it, and come and stop me. Time to coach.
I'm Jack. I love it's working. All of it's working.
They'll have one loss because App State is beating JMU Mountaineers, baby. They're gonna dog shit all over this dumb place. App State forever. Yeah, fuck you too. How about that?
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this NFL Week 7 kickoff. Thursday, October 17, 2024, Hour 3 of the program starts now. Football! Kicks off Week 7 of its NFL season this evening as Broncos and Saints will do battle. That's AJ Hawk. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. How's hockey going?
Oh, my God. Hockey is going so good right now. I mean, the Boston Bruins are coming off a massive 5-3 victory with their backup goalie. We don't even need Swayman in Colorado because they suck so much ash right now. But taking on the club. Go Club, go. This Utah club is something to behold, so we're traveling over to Utah. I have a lot of confidence in the Bruins this year, though.
Look out for Clayton and the rink General Gunther over there for the Utah Hockey Club. They're obviously buzzing on the ice. Hockey is indeed awesome. And we'll talk about that later. One half of the Hammer, Cowboys.
All right. I sneezed, so I was trying to catch over.
You knew you didn't, though, didn't you? Didn't you think you could just let that one slide, maybe?
What do you mean, not say Dahn?
Hammer, Dahn. Cowboy AP Tone. What's the money looking like tonight on this particular game?
So earlier, I believe it was 60%. Yeah, 60% of the bets, the tickets, are on the Broncos. So 60% of the people betting are on the Broncos, but 80% of the money. So the higher value, the higher priced, the more money wagered, 80% is on the Broncos, 60% of the tickets.
Okay, so everything is on Broncos heavily. 80 what, you say, percent of the money?
80% of the money, 60% of the tickets, which was 9-0 last week to the public.
Okay.
7-2 the week before.
Okay, they're giving us some.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Because the Broncos were dogs at one point. Now they're the favorites, and I think that happens as they roll out the injury report for the New Orleans Saints. There's a man that's 5-1 on Thursday Night Football against the spread bets this season, and we're lucky to get a chance to chat with him every single Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Coach Pagano to make his pick. But before we dive into that, there's some things you would like to highlight that are going to happen tonight, right? That maybe lead into the pick, Chuck Pagano.
Got some nice clips there. Let's take a look at those, Pat. Going to highlight, some players offensively and defensively for these two teams. We know that New Orleans is limping into this game. But here's this first one, right? This guy's got with Olave out, Rashid Shaheed's out, right? Yep. They got a bunch of injuries. It's all going to weigh on Kamara. So they're going to get the ball to Kamara as much as they can. He's their leading rusher. He's their leading receiver. He's got 7 touchdowns. So expect this guy to, carry the burden of the workload. They got to get him in space. They got to get him out on a linebacker. Here he is on a linebacker. Linebacker from Denver got beat on a wheel route last week by running back from the L.A. Chargers. So expect him to try to exploit that there. So Kamara's a weapon, man. Out of the backfield as a receiver, doesn't matter. Bub Means.
What?
You guys know who Bub Means is?
Bub?
What
Bub
a name, right?
Means?
Big Bub Means. I think he's a Pitt Panther.
Bub Means.
He is
a Pitt Panther, right?
He's scoring tonight.
Hey,
He's
when
a Yins.
Big Bob comes to town, you know what that means.
This is his first touchdown, right? I think this
Big
is Rattler.
Bob, big time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jimmy
So
Shake.
down a bunch of weapons. Here's a great throw from Rattler. I think that was that a move pass to his left?
Oh, yeah, it was. This is.
No, he's in the pocket. He's in the pocket. Little play action, little drift. Good ball there. Big Bub.
Straight.
Bub's got his feet.
That's a big strike to Big Bob for a big thud there.
Good throw. Good throw. Like we said, Spencer's not no slouch now.
By any means necessary. Even if they're Big Bob.
150th pick in the draft last year.
What?
That's not bad.
He's got a big chip.
He does.
Big Bub's ready.
Big
They
Bub
also
on the outside.
okay. So pause it real quick.
Okay.
So little context
Big
for
pause.
this Saints defense, right? These guys, 91 points scored the first 2 weeks. Like they beat the brakes off of Carolina and they beat the brakes off the Cowboys.
They were wagging.
And those two teams right now stink.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So they've lost 4 in a row. This defense
I
gave
ain't
up
gonna cut it, Bub.
594 yards last week to Tampa, 277 on the ground, 51 points.
What?
But to me,
That's
they've got a
insane.
lot of veterans on this defense. They got some dogs. They got Chase Young over here. They got this Granderson right here. The guy highlighted, Cam Jordan. This ball's going to get batted up in the air, and he's going to catch this for an inter. So they got some dudes. They got cover guys. They got Lattimore on the outside of Debo. Talked about Taylor as a nickel, Honey Badger. You guys probably saw this one with D-Butts, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is a great job right here. Staying patient, staying square, Devontae Smith. See what they do up top? They run a flat 7 route. And he thinks they're going to get him thinking, okay, this guy's going to the flat. That guy's got to follow him so they get a high-low on the corner. No, sir. He's not falling for it. He steps inside of this little 7 pump. Pick 6.
Wow. Honey Badger still got it?
Honey still got it. He's banged up. Now, he went out of last week. They haven't ruled him out. He was questionable. He had a forearm. He could be missing.
No play.
Saints are missing everybody.
So Pete Warner, we didn't talk about, right? Starting inside linebacker that's missed last couple of weeks. He's a really good player, right? I don't think he's playing tonight.
What? The Saints do they have enough to field a team?
DeMario Davis. They got DeMario. So they got a lot of pride on that side. I expect them to. They missed a ton of tackles, right? That game last week, 27-24.
Halftime.
They're leading.
Mm-hmm.
They throw a little flat pass to Godwin, and he goes 50.
Couldn't tackle.
He broke about 17 tackles. Disgusting. They got challenged this week.
Yeah, they do.
They got
short
challenged.
week.
No, and they got challenged by their head coach, I guarantee you.
Oh.
What did he say? What did he say, you think?
Big Sut. They got to take care of Big Sut. You mentioned the stats, right, for Denver?
Big Sut?
What did the coach say?
What side's he going to line up on?
Cortland Sutton has been effective against press man coverage, ranking top 10 in yards per route and catch rate over expected, 15.2% plus. Among wide receivers with at least 10 such targets, blah, blah, blah. Sutton has aligned as a left wide receiver, 166 of the snaps, twice as often as right, which he has 83 snaps, which appears to be one that we're looking at right now, and will likely face Lattimore, who is lined at right cornerback 92.3% of the time.
Damn.
Hey. So up top for the Saints, let's put a Debo in there. This is off coverage. We know he does great against press. This is off. Let's watch what happens here.
What does he do with Bo Nix at quarterback? Stutter, Stemmy.
One hand.
That was the
back
number
of
one
the end
play
zone.
on the top 10.
Exactly.
No big deal.
Hell of a catch.
What a great throw, what a catch. Sutton's a weapon.
How's Bo Nix doing?
He's doing fine. He's got 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He's completing 61% of his passes.
Bunch of
but everybody's talking about Sean Payton got a short leash on this kid. He don't lose the game, is what he's telling him. So at some point, they got to start pushing the damn ball down the field. If they don't do
Jordan
that,
Love stuff.
and they get behind, they need to start fast too. They can't. They've been behind. They're down. What were they down? 23-0 in this one before they caught fire. Then they let the kid cook. Sean's got to let him go out there and play tonight.
He still got some Ferris Bueller in him, though?
Yeah, I heard he's still got.
I hope so. I love Ferris fucking Bueller.
Well, he's got a little in him, bro.
He didn't play quarterback.
I wish Ferris was my friend in high school.
Yeah, he's a good time, I think.
Yeah.
Ferris had a good
Let's
time.
go downtown.
Yeah, he didn't.
Let's go dance in a parade.
I don't think I watched the whole movie, but I know he didn't go, and then he did a lot of stuff. He was mischievous, wasn't he?
Yeah, his principal tried to get him.
Was he a little zany or no? He was
Very zany as well.
He tried to fake sick.
More mischievous
He
than
faked
zany.
sick.
He
His
didn't
mama-
try. He succeeded.
His mama said, "Stay home."
What the hell is this guy
Fucking
playing the drums?
banging a gong over there.
Yeah, it didn't
My bad. My pen hits my ashtray when I was
Playing a
laughing.
handpan over there?
Oh,
Yeah, well, I don't want
noise.
no.
Oh,
No,
noise.
Poyer's the only one that
Little
plays handpan.
I don't know what that is. What are you guys doing?
We need to get one. I want to get a
Poyer should
handpan.
bring that to the suite this weekend.
Constance Pagano knows what a handpan is. Why don't you ask her?
Oh, yeah.
Should tell Poyer to bring it to
She
the suite.
knows.
If we hang it over the suite, will Jordan Boyd see it after he does something and comes over?
Yeah. He'd have to take his shoes and stuff off, though.
Yeah, you do gotta be grinded. You do gotta be grinded. Is that what you hit over there?
I mean, it kind of sounded like it. And maybe I will get a handpan and try to see if I can do it.
I want to take a little mini handpans. So I can just
That'd be sweet.
They do.
kind of like a spinner. You know, there's little spinners.
Yep.
Yeah, mini skateboards, the finger skateboard. Same type of thing.
Everybody cheated on that, right? There was nobody that wasn't sticking their finger underneath that thing.
No one that I know was not sticking a
Have
finger.
you seen the guys
Yeah,
that,
what do
that
you-
don't do that?
Yeah, every time I'd walk up to some kid at a desk doing it or a table doing it, he's doing so many cool things and he's jumping it all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, so I'm sticking my ring finger up under this thing to do the tricks that they just did. But then I was never able to really balance it well enough. It always looked like an ass.
Yeah, those kids were cool, but they weren't dogs.
Yeah, finger underneath the board will get you killed.
All the dogs were playing bloody knuckles. That's what we were doing with our
No
fingers.
wonder our
Agreed.
fucking country.
Agreed with
What
that
about
one.
This is why our
Football.
country's in trouble.
Why?
This is what you guys did.
No, we were playing
No,
bloody
I
knuckles.
did. I just told you I couldn't do it. That's why I was
We were
so
playing
bummed
bloody
out.
knuckles. Were you
I was-
playing bloody knuckles, Chuck?
You didn't play bloody. This is the tech board right here. This is what people were doing.
Nasty.
He got a sweet hand tattoo. This looked like
We're in
adults. I
so
didn't know
much
that was.
trouble.
Can they skate
We're in so
for real, do you
much- What are
think?
we
She's
doing?
married.
What are we doing?
Oh, you see that shit?
Sick nose grind.
That's what I'm talking about. How do they
She's
do this?
married.
Chuck, let's not talk about what you were doing in the 70s, all right, pal?
Yeah, we know. Look at that
It wasn't this bullshit.
Bullshit. Are you kidding?
God damn.
Misses just grinding.
Or Chuck's big line starts behind me, guy.
Yeah, exactly. Wait your turn. Wait your turn, motherfucker.
All right, let's get back into some football. Those things are the real deal. Those kids weren't cheating either.
Not my water fountain.
Fuck are
They weren't kids either, but yeah.
Denver's defense, they're going to need some Heelys to keep up with the Saints team tonight.
Oh,
That's right.
Zach Allen. Herbie just talked about 99 for Denver.
Yep.
Let's watch him here. He's got, I think, 3.5, 4 sacks. Leads this Bronco defense. They got 2, Cooper and Benito. You got the Paisan Benito on one side, number 0, number 15. So stop it right there.
All right.
Who's open? Right there. Stop. Who's open?
Nobody.
So nobody's open. You're going to see a common theme here with this defense. But he don't want to hit the check down. It's third, and he needs the end zone. So,
Second quarter.
so they do a great job in the red area. We said they're number 1 red zone defense. Denver Broncos are. And then Allen does a great job coming around here. Cooper retraces. They get the sack fumble. They recover, get a field goal. Here's Benito right here, number 15, coming off the left edge. Once the route gets in progression, Pat, go ahead and freeze it. A little bit more, freeze. Who's open?
No.
So they do a great job in the back end. The front and back's tied together, front and coverage and rush. And they do a great job. They get another sack here.
Oh. Bingo.
Here's Coop coming off the left side. Watch the inside linebacker to the left. Go ahead. Boom.
Oh, geez.
There we go.
Walking through.
They're running through Aaron's face.
So we got max pressure here playing cover 0, right? Nowhere to go again. And there's, who coaches those inside linebackers for the Denver Broncos?
Who's that?
Minuski.
Oh, Greg Minuski.
Yes, sir.
Absolute dog. One of the greatest facial hair decorators in history. Okay. You pull up some photos of Greg Minuski, you're going to see a lot of great looks. You know Minusk?
I do not know. No, I know of him, but I don't know him personally.
He's been around NFL a long time.
Played. Yeah. I mean, he's a stud.
He was DC for us. Entertaining guy.
Oh,
nice.
Really?
Yeah, great walk. Good character. The way he described things, awesome. His look to you.
Would you talk about a bowling ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had
a few of those. Jaws.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He had glasses, too, that were a gimmick, like a prop.
Oh, nice.
Raiders?
Every once in a while.
He'd look.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
D-Bosh.
That is exactly right. Yeah.
How do you see this one?
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Remember he wore the fake sleeve tat all the time?
Yeah, he was.
What a
he
beast.
was great. There he is.
Yeah, I know.
Played for the Chargers.
He's an inside linebackers coach over there? Okay, so this leads me to believe that you are leaning in one particular direction. You got a lot of injuries on one side.
Mm-hmm.
You got defense that seems to be sure in the back. You're going against a rookie quarterback in Spencer Rattler that seemingly has maybe a little bit of a little bit of a book. What is the tail of the tape telling you whenever you look at that?
I just think on a short week with all these injuries and a rookie quarterback, I know Bo Nix is a rookie quarterback. This is, start number 7 for him, number 2 for Rattler. You don't have your top 2 wideouts. You got some offensive line issues. You got a really, really good defense in Denver. I'm going with Denver. I'm going to lay the points. I'm going to take the Broncos in this one.
Denver Broncos.
And I know we got Sean's going back. I know we're putting Breezy in Hall of Fame. Drew Brees going in at halftime. We're going to do the 1-2 deal.
1-2 win for you.
For you.
3-4 win.
Some more.
5-6 win for kicks. 7-8 win.
It's great.
9-10 win.
Again.
Win.
And this is their 3rd game in 11 days.
Who?
Saints.
Both of them. No. Both of them or?
No one else beats us.
Nobody.
AJ Hawk, do you agree with Chuck Pagano? Do you like the Broncos this evening as well as we start Week 7's pick against the spreads, which is the segment we do every week, don't we? Hey, we're starting to see it, they're saying.
Yeah, that's right.
They're saying we're starting to see it.
Clear.
They're saying it.
We're due. Yeah, I was leaning in this direction. I was leaning with Chuck heading into this one. Obviously, I really was. I had a feeling Chuck was going to pick Denver. They're 3-point favorites, though. Is that what Denver is?
Yeah.
3-point favorites. Yeah, give me Denver. I think Bo Nix has a good night. I think Spencer Rattler has a good night. I'd take the over as well, but I'll just take the, give me the Broncos here.
I would take the Broncos as well. Not as sure on the over or whatever the case is. It's Thursday Night Football, so
12-9.
We'll see how it goes, of course. But we all like the Broncos. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Last week you were all on the Niners.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a good thing.
And you were all on the over.
Gumpy, who do you like?
I like the Broncos. I'm also really enticed by this college football banger tonight, to be honest.
Who's that?
Boston College at Virginia Tech.
Ooh. They're in a Sandman out there?
Yep, Boston College getting 7.
You ever been to a Metallica concert?
I've been to Virginia Tech for that thing. I've never been to a Metallica concert, though, no. Would
Me
love
either.
to.
They're still, I know they're still doing it, but no, I've never been.
I think somebody at game day has a connection to somebody at Metallica.
Wow.
I think.
Did Tommy?
Because there was a conversation before the season. I don't know.
Rossio?
I just assume.
It might be Brosio. I don't think it was Brosio, but maybe it was Brosio.
Thamm will travel with him for a little.
Yeah, maybe Pete Thamel was the inside source.
Embedded. He's a roadie.
Somebody in the game day world before the season started, because I said that I liked Virginia Tech. I was like, it would be cool if we get game day at Virginia Tech, because that place is insane. We were out there for a game before.
Unbelievable.
It's out there in the middle of the hills, but it is awesome. Their fans are so sweet. And then I was like, with ESPN, you guys could get Metallica to play, or could you get it? Because it's only very expensive for you to play or whatever. And they're like, actually, somebody has a connection to somebody. I'm like, could you imagine Metallica?
Whoa. That'd be nuts. Walking out with them.
How much would
leading
that
them
would
out.
cost? So much money.
Yeah, they're never going to do that unless they get. He is like very famously, hey, fuck you, pay me. You're not using this.
Hey, nothing but respect.
Yep.
Nothing but respect. You got to do what you got to do. But there has to be some deal to be made.
Yeah.
There has to be some deal to be made out there, especially at 9:45 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Nailed it. The cost to book Metallica for an event can range from $1.5 million to $2.175. Price depends on several factors, including the event's date and location, obviously, the event's nature, the town's availability and interest, and town schedule. Right there, they say this is what has been charged in the past, but depending upon whether or not they like what you're doing or not doing, we'll see.
Yeah. Need more.
They are playing Lane Stadium for the first time on May 7th this year.
Wow.
That's one of the greatest. That's like one of the greatest entrances in all of college football. And
absolutely,
they had 20 returning starters or whatever, 21 or whatever the number was.
Dude, those college, did you see LSU's new light show last week?
Sick.
Awesome.
That's all Skeens too.
How come NFL doesn't do that?
How about Skeens?
He's a dog.
I think it's because it costs a lot of money to get those lights up there.
Yeah.
Because the old school ones turn off and warm up and then come back. The LED lights are the ones that are able to flashy. But just like these LED panels here, hilariously expensive. I couldn't even fathom.
NFL doesn't make more in the SEC.
Yeah, but I mean,
these stadiums, brother.
NFL don't need those gimmicks.
You can buy a lot of sweet LED lights. Like, go to Lowe's or Home Depot. They have a whole section of these LED lights you can control from your phone that are pretty cheap that you just screw in or whatever. Like, there's a lot of cool situations out there.
Yeah, why isn't the Brown family over there in Cincinnati screwing in LED bulbs into the stadium?
Why aren't they?
It's a good
They might
question.
be.
They would be
They
so.
might be, actually.
Fans would be so mad.
Paying
You got
too
the
much for
fucking cool
crossing
light
walk
bulbs,
bars.
but our team's 1-5.
No, the light show would be cooler. I think they even got a light show.
Much
would
more
be the
energy
ones who would
efficient
do
as well.
that.
You'll save on the lighting bill over
Yeah.
time.
Actually, yeah.
What, with LED?
Then
Oh,
the
yeah.
versus the
Oh,
halogen, yeah.
Big time. Yeah. You can run LEDs forever.
College is crushing.
Yeah.
Like,
Dominating.
college is...
That Alabama game opened my eyes to that. When we went to Alabama, are you kidding me? Like, every set, there's something going the whole time, like, in a good way, not a dumb, corny way. Like, it absolutely added to the game.
From what I've been told, shout out Miss Terry for that. I think she was like the potential...
That's real. That's a real thing, though. Like, you absolutely, your game day environment, game day atmosphere. I know NFL franchises always are trying to make, become better at that, but that's a big deal. It really is.
The internet is saying that it's about $1 million is what it costs Alabama. $1 million to upgrade. The project, which came with the price,
that's it?
north of $1 million. That's not that much for NFL teams even. NFL teams refuse to spend money. A lot of the NFL teams don't own the stadiums, though, so I don't know how that would work.
Well,
What's that?
You gotta get
Would
like
you
a
vote
pro-
it in?
get a-
we know exactly how it works.
What? How would it work?
Say, hey, look, we can have these fucking hicks that live in the city pay for this stadium.
Who are they talking about?
Well, I'm not going to point any fingers at specifics, but I know the New England Stadium was paid by one man, and I know the Colts Stadium was paid by the hardworking people of this city.
And they were guaranteed 2 championships this fucking decade.
Yeah, we better. If AR doesn't show something this weekend, You need Flacco to step in because the clock's ticking, Jim.
Yeah, but you got to remember, because the city is invested in the stadium, they have Taylor Swift come to town.
Exactly. Yeah.
They have the U.S. Olympic swim trials in Lucas Oil Stadium. They have the Big Ten championship in there. So it's a business partnership. You know, Robert Kraft would be owning that and leasing that out for all those things. But instead, you know, it's a city that's benefiting from
The
it.
AFC Championship wants to come here, and they say, no, we have a 12 to 14 girls volleyball tournament. So piss off. Go to Atlanta.
Yeah, because guess what's going to come next year that you're not going to come here unless the Colts are playing? The volleyball tournament.
Exactly.
So that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. There's pros and cons.
Mostly
Good tournament. My niece was in that tournament, I think.
How'd she play? Good tournament.
I think she did. Yeah, I think she did great. Yeah, she said it was a great environment.
Did they win?
Oh, I bet it was nuts, man.
Hey, did you guys hear about them pandas?
Yeah, they're back.
Real.
Oh,
On their way.
Welcome
I
back.
heard about that.
Welcome
Flew first class.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Pandas back. In America, brother. Back.
I know. I tried to find my panda shirt this last
Pan
night.
diplomacy is pandemonium.
What'd we have to give up to get them back? We probably had to trade something.
A couple nukes.
No.
No.
That is not
no.
how this goes. This is handshake.
We already
Learn
did-
about the panda.
We already did that trade, and guess what? He's back on the street merchant in death.
Okay. Jeez Louise.
Thanks, Tone.
Jeez Louise. Pandas are back. We're pumped about it.
That ain't real.
Thanks, Chuck.
Chuck, don't.
Based on what you said about the tech deck community, I don't know if I want to be on your side with everything. But when it comes to pandas, we'll take it.
He said everybody's great.
I'd like
I
that.
think
Those people.
I think there was a lot of
I'd
things
take
there.
all that back.
Thank you, Jeff.
The tech decks are sweet. We're going to get you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll use it.
Oh,
There they
look
are.
at that. Just
There
a
they
happy
are.
family of pandas. Right?
Okay.
That guy far left looks good.
What do you mean, guy?
What are they going to do with that thing? Put it in the basket?
Panda.
But the baby?
Yeah, they're trying
Baby
to
humming?
smuggle it out of there and bring it back to
I
America.
am so fascinated why this particular animal has this situation the most.
Because they have never lived in the wild. Like, think about all animals in the history of the planet. They lived in the wild.
You don't see what the pandas do over in China, brother? They're
They're
sawing
not-
down bamboo.
They're not in the wild.
They're out there with the macaques.
They're not.
They
That's
had to
my
be in the wild
point,
at some
man.
point.
That is my point. They're not.
They are out there.
Never have been.
With the macaques?
Never have been. Never have been living in the wild.
Who?
You never
The
seen Tropic
pandas.
Thunder?
Brother.
I've seen Tropic Thunder.
That's not.
That one
Those
is-
are not.
Look,
now
there
those
they
are real, right?
Those are the ones
are
they
real.
sent us, yeah.
No.
They're very untrusting animals. So, like,
That's
while
the
other
Indy Zoo
animals
right now.
can be
That
kept
is not.
by humans.
I don't think it's the Indy Zoo that's going to.
Where's the orangutan?
No, they
He's right
got
next to him.
Orangutan. Thank you.
Come on.
He's doing our
Bubbles?
Pick. He's doing
What's
our
his
pick
name?
again, 2025.
Who's that?
Orangutan.
Orangutan? Rocky? He's good orangutan.
He was really good.
Port Ridgeway.
He was in. Is that who he drafted?
No, they sent him up there. I think. Remember, Ridgeway had to go with the dude, with the pick.
Well, the issue was the orangutan knew what to do.
Yeah.
But the orangutan wasn't on your time. That was kind of what the orangutan said.
Sure.
Just had to push a button, and a name would flip who got drafted. And everybody, all eyes on orangutan. They're telling Rocky, now's the time. He goes, oh, now. Okay.
Yeah. This is where they get him back for making him a fucking lab rat, treating him like shit.
This is not the draft pick, but this is similar operation. He'd been training for it, obviously. Those, the orangutans, the chimps, whenever you go eye to eye with them, it's hard not to be like, are you okay?
Fucking help me, please.
Like, Bob, you all right in
The
there?
orangutans, especially.
There's that one that's been recirculating the internet. I think it's a big one, big brown, big hairy one, or maybe it's orangutan. Look like a serial killer.
Yep.
The one that's sitting down, and then it like gives like a smile to the camera. You remember that? I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. That would freak me the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
People are going in and working. They're stronger than.
Oh, yeah.
They're
The
almost.
chimp doc?
What's that, brother?
Sorry, what?
Chimp docuseries of the lady that has the chimp that hides it and all this stuff. Have you ever seen it? Do you see it?
Mrs.
It
Brooke?
was fascinating.
Rest in peace.
Mrs. Brooke. We do not know if she's dead, but we do know at one point
Just
she
in
was
case.
attacked by.
Oh, your teacher, yeah, right?
Yeah. Fifth grade teacher, yeah. That was it for me. Ever wanting a monkey as a pet?
Yeah.
No.
Put her over his shoulder like Lex Luger. Put her in the torture rack. Broke her spine.
Whoa.
From what I've been told, he could have.
Fucked up.
And ripped it out. Yeah.
They got like 2,500 heavy duty Rebel Ram.
They do. They do.
That is the power.
They do.
They don't they? Just running, coursing through their.
Yep.
That's actually what it sounds like with the blood going through there. They'll do it. They will 2,500 heavy duty you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So fast. All right, Chuck, let's do a giveaway, pal. What do you want to do? You want to throw a football? You want to shoot a basketball? You want to make some putts, maybe?
Ooh.
You want to do it? We need to get you
Throw
a
a football.
We need to get you a tech deck skateboard.
Yeah, now.
Yep.
Certainly.
So you can learn
Give me your
the
address. I'll
ropes.
send you one, Chuck.
Yeah, what is your address?
We can get you a luge or a ramp and all that stuff. They have everything.
Yeah, just say your address. Just exactly.
Say it.
Just say it real quick. No one will care.
Got a P.O. box?
You selling drugs?
I don't think I'm
Maybe.
that.
A lot of people stopping by here.
Yeah, look out.
We got some moonshine barbecue that popped by today.
Yeah.
That was really
Red
good.
coat. Charlie, the red coat.
Yeah, Charlie Redcoat, not red coat as in.
No.
Yeah, that's what.
No,
So we
Delta,
know.
Delta Airlines red coat.
Yeah, this guy's worked it.
It's
42
even worse.
years.
You keep saying that like it's the
Weapon.
president of the United
Yeah,
States.
he's actually a red
it
coat
is.
for Delta. So
He does keep
Well,
saying
look,
that.
if you guys ever need some help with a flight and you're stranded somewhere, like I was stranded in Amsterdam,
Not a bad place.
coming
What are you
back
doing
from
there?
Italy a
How the fuck
year
did you
ago,
get
I was
there?
Bad
stranded
place to be
there,
stranded,
and
I
next thing you know, I called Charlie Whittle, red coat for Delta,
What's his address?
and I'm in one of those sleeping pods on the way home.
Whoa!
Amsterdam to Seattle.
Wow!
So watch
Privilege.
your mouth, Boston. You might be nice to old Charlie. Try his hot sauce.
Try his barbecue.
Give
I
the
will.
barbecue sauce
He's a
a
red
try.
coat, Colin.
Dude, he's got
Give him a try, because then if you're jammed up over here
no
or
offense, Jim.
outside the country or anywhere, boom, you call Charlie.
Charlie Redcoat.
Say, look, I got an issue.
Chucky
Next
Redcoat.
thing you know, you're in a pod, sleep.
I don't know if that's going to happen to everybody. You're Chuck Pagano. I
Yeah.
assume you know Charlie Redcoat a lot better than us. But the moonshine glasses and just the handwriting with the Sharpie on top
You
feels
know
old
it's
school.
good.
Feels
You know
old
it's
school.
good.
Feels old school. What's the one you had, Foxy? You said you tried them all.
Yeah, honey chipotle. That's
How
my
was it?
favorite one.
What'd you put it on?
Chicken tendies.
How was it, Foxy?
Oh, it's fantastic. Tequila's really good too, Coach. Very good.
How was
Oh, hell
1845?
18? Great.
47.
It was great.
Whatever.
I think it's 46.
It might be.
No, I think it's 45.
I think it's 45.
1845.
Yeah.
Thank you, dickhead.
Anybody try the Texas hot?
No, no, yeah.
No, I'm not a hot guy.
Texas
Too hot.
heat.
I smelt it. I said, "Woo!" It's
Kirk
too hot.
Herbstreit said he likes really hot stuff.
Let's send that. Take that one to Herbie.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I want to travel with that stuff.
Okay.
That seems to be.
I'll
Yeah.
package it up.
Cross international borders with that.
Yeah, I mean, I will certainly.
In Texas is international.
I'm going to tell Herbie that a red coat made some moonshine.
Charlie Whittle, the red coat.
Red
Ask him
coat.
about tech decks, too.
Oh, I bet Herbie.
Herbie.
Shit.
Hey, so Chuck Pagano has all these backdoor deals with all these people. Okay, today we just learned about the one that he has with Charlie Whittle, who's a red coat for Delta. Okay, this guy is a red coat at Delta. He'll get you wherever you need to be. This guy from Indianapolis, good guy apparently. He made like actual moonshine barbecue, homemade barbecue that are in mason jars. One of them is called Texas Heat. It's too hot, it says. This is what you would want if I were to bring you some. This is the shit you like, super hot stuff.
Wow. Yeah, let's give it a try.
All right, it's made in the guy's basement or bathroom. We'll bring it in. It's good stuff. I'll bring it to you. All right, appreciate you, dude. All right, we got it.
There you go.
All right, we'll send it.
Boom.
All right. That solves that. So what are the other bottles going to do?
Do you know anyone who makes actual moonshine? Because I've been dying to get my hands on some.
I know some people.
I know a couple.
That redheaded farmer,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, he's got.
The apple cinnamon is delightful.
His dad brought some. That was my first try when I was a freshman. His farmer shows up from West Virginia. Got a windshield wiper fluid bottle and then also a mason jar. The mason jar one tasted really good. The windshield wiper fluid one, that
A
one.
little tang to it.
Really?
Yeah.
That one had a little kick.
Probably didn't clean it out. But,
Yeah, that one didn't. No, they're
Probably good.
sensible people. They don't want you to die.
Good foundation of windshield wiper on the bottom.
No, not
Pour it out,
not that.
Don't worry, the moonshine will kill it.
Drinking out of a windshield wiper fluid bottle
Is
in a river, next to a river in West Virginia, I'll tell you what, that was really a moment for me.
Feels good.
Still think about it to this day. I lay my head down and go, how the fuck?
Get back to your
Like
roots, you do that.
House and windshield. I mean, literally just flipping this bottle upside down next to a river. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Kind of want to do that now.
It was good. I mean, the taste isn't, but boy, it is like you're drinking 2,500 heavy duty.
Yeah.
Is it like grain alcohol, like the?
No, it tastes, well, yeah, but it tastes great. Like, I'm not, for shoot.
The one in the mason jar tasted good. Cinnamon stuff. They can put a little flavor into it. The one in the
Had a little.
Yeah, it's like paint varnish, pretty much.
yeah, I didn't know what I was drinking really there, but I was
It gets the
certainly-
job done, though.
It was part of the group. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, it all escalated pretty quickly there after that thing was busted out.
I don't doubt it.
I just like this barbecue. That's why as soon as a mason jar shows up with his homemade shit, I'm like, what is in this?
Got a question.
Oh,
this guy's a red coat?
1845, yeah.
Oh, is it Delta Red Coat?
What is this, unleaded?
We
You
trust.
think I'm going to bring some crop into this dome?
I'll tell you what, there was some crop there for a while until, as of late, these Jack's Donuts have been really delivered.
Yeah, you're really starting to doubt.
Today there's 5 boxes of these things, AJ. 5 boxes of donuts here.
So, Chuck, obviously you made a lot of great connections during your time there.
Yeah, they all have deals. They literally all happen right out here every Thursday.
These guys are after me. I'm giving envelopes. I made a promise. I didn't come through. I came through the donuts again. Jim Lyons.
Good guy.
Jack's.
Jim Lyons.
Shout out Jim Lyons.
Shout out to Jimmy. He brought him.
Is he a red coat?
Next week is Chick-fil-A for you boys.
Really? You know the owner of Chick-fil-A?
Wow.
Holy
If he pays up, we'll bring Chick-fil-A. He's got to come through.
At the envelope. The envelope exchange that's potentially happening out there
For sure.
is awesome. Because Chuck goes out, his full conversation comes back. What do we got here? Oh, boy.
5 boxes.
Who's that guy?
Huh?
Oh, that's old Jack. I love Jack.
Donuts are here.
How do you know Jack? Well, been here a long time. You do have a lot of relationships here, though. I'm happy they come through. And all of them have been delightful.
Yeah.
All of them.
Truly.
It's all been very, except for that, is whenever they were loading up those donuts with sprinkles
Sure.
and frosting.
You know, like sprinkled donuts.
There's sometimes they just mat that shit on
Not like
top
3
of it.
dozen of them.
Yeah, there's just too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's too much on it. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the real situation.
We got a golf cart if you want it.
What?
Just got to let me know if you want it delivered.
That's what I'm saying. Golf cart guy was here last week. He brought
How much does that run?
what was that? What was the thing? Golf
Those
cart.
little bunt deals.
Yeah, little
something
bunt cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, anything bunt cake?
Yeah,
Those
I'm
are
telling
Those
you.
are.
So good.
Each
Those
week,
were money.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were.
Holy.
the golf cart people had it figured out. If they're the golf cart people, you know that's
Who
what we're
knows?
saying.
Right.
They
Hey,
bring a bun cake, and what would you do?
just like you had that dropped off.
Right.
You don't even like, where'd this come from?
Bingo.
And all of a sudden you're going to show up here and they're like, where'd this golf cart come from?
That's awesome. That's good news.
12 golf carts?
Excuse me?
Cool.
12 golf carts?
Everybody's getting one.
I don't think so.
Well, tell them to hold the bun cakes then.
Do you have a pool or not?
Yeah, what type of connection you got with this?
One 12-seater.
Sure.
Oh,
That'd be sick.
How cool would that be, doing laps with with everybody in that?
I mean, it would not be a fit. We would not use it much, but it would be. It would be cool for the time.
Yeah.
Fun.
Be neat to just park out there.
Yeah, just right out front. The issue is it would have to sit in the exhaust of that row. All right, Chuck, let's do a giveaway, shall we, pal? As we lead into Week 7 kickoff here, it's glorious Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Chuck Pagano has picked the Broncos, who are favored by 3 on the road against the New Orleans Saints. If he puts this football into this hoop right over here, we'll give 25 people $500. All you have to do is repost this video. Nowhere near it.
No, always starts at the side of the backboard.
You just gotta look and throw. Conman, any words of advice for Chuck Pagano?
Yeah, Chuck, I mean, you did great today. You didn't bring over your ear pods, which was awesome, but for some reason your aura just brings like a very annoying little ringing in everyone's ear every week, which is odd.
That's not you. That's
I don't
not
know
you.
what
It's
it
the
is.
light.
It's the light. I said
The light.
aura. I didn't say you
The
were
light.
doing it, but the light was ringing today. But that won't matter if you make this football into that hoop.
What have you done for me lately, says Connor?
Bingo.
Gotcha. Ready?
25 people?
25.
How much?
$500.
All you gotta do is put the hoop. Wait, sorry, ball and hoop. Don't make this one, please, God. Thank you. Jeez, that would have been a bad one. That would have been a bad one.
Put the hoop in the ball.
We'd have been bobbling all over the place. The world didn't want that to start Week 7 of the NFL season. Ty Schmidt actually has a message for you, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, unless you want to take that sleeping pod and be sitting your ass back and coach in a middle seat, and don't you dare disappoint our beloved red coat, Charlie Whittle. You fucking put this thing in the bucket right now.
Come on.
That's what we need.
Come on.
Red Coat needs you. 25 people! We got
Right at it.
We got it. You try to guide it.
Right at it.
You know you did. You know you.
That throw was guided all the way.
Yeah, it was. Just let it fly. Like our friend AP Tone. Tone, what do you think Chuck needs to do? And what would you tell him before his biggest thing he's ever done in his life?
Those are nice shoes, Coach. I saw those shoes in the stall next to me this morning. You dropped an absolute fucking nuke out there, okay? I heard it, and I want you to do the same thing. You drop that.
Tap your foot.
You pretend that football's a nuke, and you drop it right into that fucking hoop, okay?
Couple nukes today
Come
from
on.
Chuck.
Hell yeah.
Come on, Chuck.
Come on, Chuck. 25 people. $500. Oh my God, that would have been the one. That would have been the one.
Man.
I'm happy to see you guys were stallmates earlier.
Yeah, playing footsie.
I don't
screw with each other.
There's a history of
They
that.
take dumps.
We switched shoes too.
Yeah, let me try yours.
At these college towns,
Yeah.
you go to like the restaurants or whatever. You know, the bathrooms aren't like massive.
Yeah,
It's always an interesting.
nice. Yeah, we're nice.
Always an interesting scene. Always an interesting scene when you go take a piss. You know what I mean? 'Cause you poop?
No.
He's asking if you're hovering.
No, you did you poop?
Hey, if you pooped, you got to do what you got to do. Listen, everybody poops. We talked about it yesterday. The upper decker conversation yesterday certainly opened some eyes. And a lot of people learned a lot about the whites.
Yeah.
People didn't know about that?
I think there were some people that learned that there was a generation of whites that started doing that to other. It's not awesome, but it's going to continue.
It happens.
We're
You
just
might
trying to
have
get.
let a generation to start doing it as well.
No, there was already upper deckers happening around.
They're doing weirder shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Huffing that galaxy gas and just going
What is
off.
that?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Galaxy gas.
Is that just is that nitrous? It's whippets. Got it. They call it galaxy gas.
Yeah.
I've been watching people just like do it. It's like becoming a very That's not something that back in the day used to be like, hey, look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Shouldn't do it.
Should not.
Now
No.
it's wild. Yeah, it's crazy for sure.
That's what Steve-O was hung up on for a while.
Yeah, like thousands of them, right?
Yeah, these Gen
Computer
Zers.
duster.
Shoo.
Oh, that'll burn your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Let's not do that.
No.
All right, let's stop doing that. That's good. We
Don't
stopped
do
that today.
There we go.
Good. It's over.
Holy hell.
You can just get like on your hands and knees. You want
Yeah,
like
try
a
it.
rush like that, and then you breathe in and out really
What?
hard, and then somebody squeezes.
Can you show
really
us? I don't know
hard
what you
and
mean.
pass out.
Coach.
What are you doing at your
Where's
home?
Tina?
Gosh.
Where's
What are
Tina
you
during
doing
this?
in your free? You need a tech back, brother.
We did that in
You got to
elementary
get on all
school, Coach.
fours?
Coach.
Yeah, Coach, make sure you have a spotter, though.
Hey, Jay, come on.
Like you're doing cat and camel, Coach? Is that what you're doing? And then where's
Exactly.
We did used to do that in elementary school.
Tina? Is Tina spotting you from behind?
Way behind. All right.
Get back there.
Let's not bring her back into this, okay?
Miss Tina,
She's a
we
great
appreciate
lady.
you, Miss Tina.
She's a great
Love you,
lady.
Tina.
Hey, Jay, anything to say to Chuck before this big throw?
Chuck, I think if we brought Connie here, she'd make this shot.
Constance Pagano could do it. Can Chuck Pagano do it? We'll see. You put that ball into that hoop right over there. 25 people win 500.
Oh, that was a good throw.
That was the most pure throw you've had.
You're letting
Yeah.
Connie down, 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 down. It's going down, 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 down.
Punt it. Punt it.
Connie, down, down,
down, down, down, down, down, down,
letting Connie
down, 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 down.
Oh, beautiful.
Thought that was it. We didn't really even give you any hope.
No.
We were just saying that you were letting your sister down the entire time.
So you're just spinning it though. You're just.
You weren't
in it.
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not thinking.
Yeah.
You're just spinning.
Less thinking, more athlete take over. Reed.
Bingo.
That's right.
Chuck Pagano, 25 people, $500. You put that ball into that hoop right over there. He threw it way too hard.
What Sirianni do? You say, hey, back up, kid.
Yeah.
Back up.
Take a fucking 5-step drop, Coach. Jesus Christ.
Here we go.
Oh,
Two
this is
more.
the week.
All right.
This is the
Okay.
week.
Here we
is
go,
the week.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Don't look at the graveyard out here. It's not about that. What it's about is what's in his hand right now. If he's able to make either of these balls into that hoop right over there, we'll give 35 people $500. Coach Pagano for the people.
oh, good throw.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That was fun.
That was crazy.
That was exciting. That was exhilarating.
This is for the Super Bowl.
That was a miss. This is 35 people, $500 if you put Russell Wilson's dorsal fin.
Damn.
Pretty good throw.
Chuck can kind of spin that thing, though.
Yeah, he can throw. He can throw. He played Coach DB, secondary.
Yeah, you're right.
God, that sucks.
Hey, did you ever get altitude poisoning up in Wyoming?
Yeah.
Altitude sickness?
Get what?
Altitude sickness.
Shefty told us.
Shefty said
No, I was listening. I was listening to that, and if he spent all that time there, I grew up in it.
Yeah.
And then went and played
Why?
72-20. No. Never happened.
You hear about other people getting it?
Yeah, that's real.
It's debilitating. I heard.
Okay.
Did you get it?
AJ doesn't get headaches.
Are you talking to me? No. I played there and everything. I was very
People get
lucky
it
that
skiing,
it spared
right?
me.
It's a big thing when people go skiing and
Yeah.
shit, right? Isn't that kind of the thing?
It's normal to get headaches. It's normal to get headache if you're at super high altitude.
Skydiving.
Oh, flying in general?
Rocky Mountain.
Just
Climbing.
Yeah, you can say that.
A bull named Bofies.
Also, if you're deep sea diving and you come up too
Fu
quickly,
Manchu.
you get the
Fu
bend.
Manchu is the name of the bull.
Bocephus was the dog, damn it.
Yeah.
Let's get out of this show. Sucks. All right, we appreciate you all so much. Chuck, thank you for today, man. He's on the Broncos.
Chuck.
That is worthy of knowing
Yep.
because he's 5-1 against the spread.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, great work over there.
Hey, you too, man.
You great work.
Tone, you good work.
You great work.
Everybody in the back, way to go, boys.
Oh yeah, boys.
I'm hopping on a bird. I'm hopping on a bird. I hope it doesn't sound like that.
We're like,
Yep.
I hope it sounds like that.
yeah.
Every once in a while, as of late, there's been a little takeoff, and then like there's a loud,
What's that?
and I'm like, there was an additional sound that just got added.
What's going on here?
And then I just shut the door.
Yep.
Can't hear it as much.
And you're good.
Sit right back down.
That never happened.
Yep. Out of sight, out of ears, out of mind. Mm-hmm. Then he opened it back up to grab maybe a drink, and it's like, oh shit! It's got louder. Go. Yeah.
Fucking door open.
Shut this thing.
It's them dumping the poop out.
Poops in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I did have to go on a couple of these long flights in the morning. It fell in my window when
Sure.
it happens.
Yep.
That's certainly something.
Oh, yeah.
Tight quarters in there.
Big
Oh, yeah.
time. Make sure you got the dude wipes with you.
Oh,
Talk about having a problem if you back that thing up.
Well, you got this to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whether it's your cheeks or the toilet seat.
Mm-hmm.
Dude wipes got your back.
Hell yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Shout out to Pizza Hut. Shout out to Ram. Shout out to Dude Wipes. Shout out to ESPN Bet. Happening still.
yeah.
I think, right? Has to be going. Has to be getting.
I mean, yeah,
Yep.
there's really no alternative.
Has to.
All right, well, let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Chuck, safe travels, brother.
You too.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Good night.